Hi everyone, welcome in. This is the second reading here today. We're going to go through the zodiac and ask at the hand of the Most High what's going on for each person who was born underneath all these signs. So welcome in. Look, if you guys are not getting notifications and stuff, I've had somebody messing with my platform, and God's fixing to smash some people to the freaking ground if they don't get their hands off of things that don't belong to you. And I am somebody who will name out names. If people won't stop, their name will be called out. It will just be called out. Okay? And you doing it to yourself. I have never had in my heart to go after and do anything, but it's been pushed to that. And so I just won't, I won't deal with people. They're criminals, folks, and they need to go to jail. And so people just don't understand that we're in an hour where the things are turning around, and the wicked, they're not getting away with stuff anymore. They're just not going to. So anyway, I'm just going to wait here just a little bit. I have freedom of speech, folks. I have a constitutional right on this platform that belongs to Shannon Hensley and nobody else. I have a spiritual right from my Heavenly Father who puts breath inside of you and I. Now you're going to get off the platform here, whoever's trying to withhold it. If you think you're bigger and badder than the King of the universe, then you go ahead and try to suppress this platform. A grave evil is going to come upon you, folks. A grave evil is going to come upon you. You stand over your children's grave, or they disappear because of some idiots taking them because you wouldn't stop on somebody. You're going to you're just gonna have to deal with what you did. With what you did. Thank you, Yehovah Elohim, maker of heaven and earth. If you be God, then stand up now for thy people. I just thank you for who you are. No weapon formed against your people shall prosper. You give us a heritage, Jehovah. You give us a heritage to condemn tongues. Surely they shall gather together, but you said not by you. And you watching some stuff, folks. God's watching some stuff. Jehovah, you're watching some stuff. People think that you've left the earth and you don't see nothing, but you see it all. I'm hearing the man with the inkhorn again. Look, folks, people think that God don't see things, and God does see everything. And if you don't know what the man with the inkhorn is, it was something that was told to the prophet that cried out for the wickedness that was going on in his city, in his nation, and in his region. That the man with the inkhorn was going to mark the righteous and slaughter all the wicked. And I heard that yesterday when I was reading as well, and people are going to die. And they're going to go. They're just going to pass from one space into that dimension, and you're just stuck there, and you're screwed. You're screwed. We got a lot of people that are demon infested, folks. They're just demon infested in their mind, and they're just maggots in their mind. They're bound, and they want to be bound. They think demons are going to get them out of some stuff, and demons ain't going to get you out of nothing. They're going to take you right straight to hell. They have no legal right to you if you belong to the Most High God. The fact of the matter is there are a lot of people on the earth that do not belong to God, and they are the children of wrath, only created for the day of destruction. They will be destroyed. The Most High God is not a liar. And they're getting judged real hard. They very evil freaks. Some of them are your family members, whoever they are around you. They think they're big shots, and they're not bigger than God. Most I said when wicked people, they start rising up like grass, he just puts in the sickle and gets them all at once, and a bunch of people freaking fixing to be destroyed. No evil shall come nigh the dwelling of the righteous. God tells us to get up and fight. The truth is here. We're going to start with Aries. There's a police officer here. Are you upright? I'm just asking because if you're not, you are going to die, and I don't care what your badge says. It ain't going to get you out of hell free. Are you upright? I'm aggravated with law enforcement. A lot of people are, because y'all have failed a lot of people. It's abominable in the negative. We're going to start with Aries 514. Let me write these down as we go so I can timestamp them. 5:14. It's also a time, you know, like in the evening time could be prevalent to you all. Jehovah, I call upon the name above all names. You are the King forever. You are Yeshua, and there is none besides you. Come on in here and begin to speak. There's some type of truth out here. It wanted to jump out. Okay? And if your name is with a C or a K, first, middle, or last name, you are being addressed with something. There's some type of truth that's going to come out either for you or against you. If something's not upright, then you got karmic activity fixing to punch you right in the face for some nonsense that you're caught up in. Okay? If you are upright, you're going to get some justice for something. So for any given person, okay, the little page of cups at the bottom of the deck, it better not be fishy communication. If you're a cook of any kind, you're being called out. If you're from Kansas City, it's being called out. There's karmic activity coming. Okay? The letter Q. Is it the mayor? The letter Q is here. We got government that's here. Show me more information. Most High, what do you want to bring out here? This is a caterpillar, a cankerworm. This goes to, spiritually speaking, people that are thieving. But that also takes us back to the Most High saying to his people that everything that has been stolen and eaten by the cankerworm and stuff is going to be returned to the people of God. The thieves are getting their hands chopped off because they're freaking curses. So if you've ever stole something or you know about somebody stealing something, there's going to be justice for this. It will be exposed and you'll stand there looking like an idiot, I guess. Every thief, every liar, every cheat, every murderer is under a damnation of God if you will not turn at the sound of my voice in the next 24 hours. You're screwed. You're spiritually and naturally screwed on some nonsense that's going on out here. Boy, I feel energy. If you are new, I feel energy, and I won't hold back. I won't hold back. If you missed this morning's message, I talked about the murderers that are touching people's vehicles, dirty mechanics and stuff like that, and evidence that people have on that nonsense. And God brought it out in wording as well as I begin to talk about it. Your home, your marriage is on the line. Those of you who are, because adultery was there. Any boss figures today, this energy with Aries goes back to headship just in general energies. Work came out over and over and over again yesterday. And somebody was coming back around. There was a whore, there was a pimp there today, and thou shalt not commit adultery was there. So if you've consented to any adulterous nonsense, you're under a damnation and a judgment of God. Your house is going to be burned because God will send out a fire and burn up his enemies. Something going to be exposed. Okay? You're cursing yourself. You could have two people act like they don't know something. In this deck, it represents making peace, and it better be in the truth, man. It better be in the truth. Show me the truth for Aries. Jehovah, I invite your presence just to continue to just smash your enemy. We have, so this kind of wants to come out both ways. We have winners and losers out here. Okay? 2 4s go to your foundation. So there's the Emperor right there. There's the Aries energy right here. Okay. Hey, Katie. You still work for Kansas City? Are you upright? I don't give a rip. You people have failed. Somebody's name could be Dick or that is also like somewhere you can go, like a department store. I don't know why it keeps coming back out. But it's also a derogatory word for stupid stuff as well. Something about some truth around somebody's door is here. The letter D. There's a meeting going on. Somebody's married and something about a meeting is going on. Is it really a meeting? Or is it a sex thing going on? Because God said some whore, somebody calling up a pimp to send somebody here on a matter. There is a boss out here. God said so today. So there's something about a meeting going on. All right, 9 of Wands. This is about having to press through because there's a war out here. A bloody war is out here. It's about getting to unity, and somebody wants to use sex. This is the sperm here. There's a judge involved in something. Somebody's name could be Dean, Don, Dan, and there's a judge out here. This is about you put a judgment on something. This is a return. So somebody's already dealt with the whore or calling up the pimp for something out here. They're coming back. Y'all better be spying out your spouse today. Remember, yesterday God brought STDs. They're waiting on the little investment that they've done. You're going to get... You think you're going to get screwed. God's going to let you get screwed in the end of something. God's getting up in some people's face today. Something's going to be overturned. And those of you in the upright, some type of truth is going to come out. And it's going to be bright for you. But you deal with somebody got pride and conceit and ego somewhere. Somebody going to remove... God said that there was going to be... a yoke was going to be broken today. Okay? This is an enemy. And when you... My God, when you piss God off... He says his nostrils just come and snort. Okay? He says he turns upside down the mountains. That's natural disasters and things like that. You have somebody that is coming out in the reverse, jumped over here on this emperor. So if you are the wife or whoever this person is, it's supposed to be somebody who's important somewhere, but I guess they're not. They're coming out in the reverse. They're some type of enemy somewhere in your hidden space. They could be known somewhere. Or this is a boss's wife, or if you are upright boss's wife, then you are somebody's in the reverse here somewhere. Also in the hidden space, there's something about timing's up. 11:11. That's also the Four of Wands card. Okay? Something on somebody's home is upside down. God said somebody in leadership was hung in the balance yesterday. Okay? And it's about honoring. And somebody's not. Whether you're the wife or the husband or you're the whore or whoever you are in law enforcement, government, all these connections are out here. You got an enemy and God's going to turn something upside down. There's a death of a person and death of an idea. You got children out here when the sun comes out too. What are you meeting about today? Because eternity also comes out here when the temperance card. Somebody trying to reconcile something out here because it said somebody was trying to rekindle something. Somebody's married somewhere. Except this other person's also married just for general energy around some boss figure. There's cheating going on. There's abominable stuff going on. Somebody don't honor somebody out here. Somebody don't. Show me Aries. That make you feel good that you don't have no honor on the inside, folks? It's all about the money, ain't it? Somebody waiting on something here. So parents and a truthful friend is out here attached to something. What are you a truthful friend for? Because somebody's in the reverse here. You think somebody's a truthful friend? Possibly. I don't know. Better check your friends. God tells us not to put trust in a friend. We put our trust in God. But if you are a truthful friend, you being upright around something fine, then you are. But somebody's backwards out here. The rain. That's right. The rain is here. God brought that out yesterday. Maybe it's raining where you are, but music came out today. Fields to go out to fight on the battleground. And so, Mr. Fields, are you still in the FBI in Kansas City, Missouri? I don't know what you're fighting about and why when I call Kansas City, Missouri to get some help with FBI, it's failed. I don't really know. But there is a war out here. It shows so. Emperor represents that nonsense. The Emperor would be a real big protector somewhere if he's upright. And thank you all who are upright. Burn, brand, charred, burning of the skin. Somebody burned in a house down. That's my house fire card. There is a burning that keeps coming out on the platform. People also branded other people's work. Didn't you? You didn't write the music. Secrets on this emperor. On this. Okay, somebody premeditating something out here. With whoever this person is in the reverse, this lady that don't have no morals or ethics somewhere. They're somebody's an enemy. Somebody's an enemy somewhere. Again, family betrayal came out. It's out here. You better check your spouses. Somebody tried to hopefully you capture what's going on with your spouse and what they're doing. You're going to capture them something. You might want to check their devices and their little communications that they're doing, because God's trying to warn you about something. Okay, they got secrets out here. Something being exposed. It is being exposed. My channel's being exposed right now too. They're very mad. Why? You didn't think that God's going to stand up for his daughter today? And because I noticed that notifications aren't going out now since I did yesterday's element sign readings on the platform. But I asked the Most High how I could get it done, and he don't fail me. Vice, moral fault. There is a vice and a moral fault out here, folks. For a lot of people. It's devastating. A lot of people are going to be crying about some stuff because you ain't protecting your homes. You fall down, God says, I'll give you some grace if you repent and turn around and confess it to me. I'll give you mercy. People are like, no, I think I'm gonna hide it because my pride's in the way and I don't want nobody to know what's going on. And so you kill yourself there. I got to tell you the truth because I love people enough to tell you the truth. You think you're my enemy, and I love you enough to try to help you get past this realm for eternity, because eternity's out here. What does Aries need to know, Yehovah? Somebody's going to be very angry about something that they're going to find out here. It says that the soul without knowledge, it's not good, and he that hastens real quick sins, and at the end of sin is death. Okay? Somebody don't have no knowledge in their soul. Says that the getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death. It says theft is here. You're thieves. You're cursed. That's why a curse is in your life. You've opened a door to some nasty business out here for all the investment and the money that has been secretly, physically exchanged or is trying to go down at the very moment as well. And you got somebody got a cursed house out here around something going on. Says that the things which are impossible with men are possible with Elohim. That's right. He don't fail us. He don't fail us. Let's see. What else does Aries need to know? Somebody's in backwards organization. The Masons are here. Y'all are leaving the freaking earth. You better be paranoid, folks, because everything's coming out of the secret. None of us in this realm is exempt from it. Paranoid, that means you don't have the love of God, because the love of God casts out all fear. You paranoid about the truth. You think you're going to get away with something, and you ain't. Even if God just got to just flat out just kill you, then you're just going to go right on past this realm to the jail cell down in the earth, down in the lower parts of the earth. Somebody paranoid out here. That's a telltale sign on people. I confronted somebody not too long ago about something, and they started to shake. I just kept my composure at what I was saying. And you ain't going to be able to hide wickedness around us. We got the upper hand, not the wicked folks. A doorway or a window is here. Okay, well, somebody looking through something, they're looking out their window, there's sparks. There's going to be sparks flying because there is a war going on out here. Show me Aries. I'm just taking my time. The hammer. Like I said, and if you haven't watched my video, the hammer, you can type in the hammer and my name, Shannon Hensley, behind it, and get some information about the Masons as well. Anyway, you could be dealing with a construction worker or a worker. Somebody's stubborn. Well, they're in witchcraft, and God says stubbornness is as a sin of witchcraft. And so if you're in witchcraft that way, and He puts you in that nonsense, He said that He won't suffer a witch to live. You die. People need to get some freaking knowledge out here. A court trial is going to go down. Obviously, there's crime out here. It says grown adults act like little kids. They're all over the place. Because somebody don't have no knowledge. They haven't been taught the ways of God. Now, all of a sudden, all this harsh information's coming. The truth hurts people. And, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say to y'all. People don't have no common sense anymore. So this is strategize. Somebody is having a meeting out here strategizing something. So whoever's behind closed doors and they're paranoid, they're going to be exposed for whatever this is. Whatever this is. And somebody's trying to do something around a fire situation. You better check all your construction workers and your business and stuff like that. Something's out here going down. Some people waiting on this little investment. They've secretly, physically exchanged something because they want some type of money on something, or there's already been an arsony situation somewhere. Whatever. They're strategizing. This is enchantment, and you're dealing with the snake out here, and they'll bite without any kind of enchantment. You better put your heel on their head and pop their eyeballs out, folks, and not deal with this crap no more. The DH together or the TH together came out. And the letter A, and it looks like an F. And this is about talking. They're having a little meeting out here. This is also getting counsel because there's going to be a court trial out here. There's the word judge and the justice cards out here, and court trial came out. Something's going to be exposed in a matter with the situation, and so that can go back to that. This also talks about looting on people, and you're cursed. God, you're cursed. You're cute. That's why your house is coming down. That's why your house is coming down, or maybe you don't have no house. I don't really know what you have. Or what you're not going to have. But God's going to take care of every person involved in some nonsense out here. Give me just a second here. Something about a nursing home. A picture is here, and a church wants to show itself out here with this Aries, whatever that means for you. God's going to make something be exposed in a matter. Everything's going to come out of the secret place like God said this morning. Give me just a second. We'll go to Taurus energy. Those of you who are upright in the Taurus energy, welcome in. Just give me a second because I'm taking my time today. Eventually, these will be time-stamped as well. Those of you who are upright and truthful friends because you have your eyes on the Most High, thank you for being that way in the earth realm. A truthful friend will rebuke. And a truthful friend will also take a rebuke if it's done by righteousness. We're supposed to be correctable in some stuff. And people are prideful when you try to correct things because, well, they're just all puffed up in their freaking pride. It's unacceptable. It's really unacceptable. People act like upright people don't have a right to stand up for their rights when they've been taken advantage of. And by God, we do have a right to stand up and call out names. All right. All right. We are going to Taurus. What does Taurus energy need to know, Yehovah? This is hard for me to feel this stuff, man. What's going on with Taurus? Thank you. Somebody is crazy. King of Swords in the reverse and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. This is an authority figure or an ex that's out of freaking control. That's some freaking kook and a half, a lying sack of nonsense with this piece of nutcase. That's real big authority energy, real strong, because this can go to a police car. They're backwards. This foul. This habitual liar. This is a psychopathic energy coming out for Taurus energy. Or that's you. That's 2 court cards out here. The Empress is at the bottom of the deck. There's a pregnancy, isn't there? You're illegal on something that you've done. Somebody's husband is out here. The 9th house goes to the husband. This is the sperm. Somebody's a love bomber and a liar out here, boys. This is a return for a little healing of something. They're a liar. Somebody is. This is eternity. Again, something by water could be here. The letter N might be prevalent to you as well. You could be a drinker. Okay. You could be a bartender. Somebody's a little spy. Go ahead and spy. God said somebody was a little stalker today. You're going to get caught. We're going to beat you small. Show me. I don't care. I don't care how I sound. I really don't freaking care. This is a backstabbing betrayal that's been out here on something. And these come out crossing. Jumped on those two idiots that came out in the reverse there. Six of Cups, something about the past or children or being in nostalgia is out here. This is a loyalty situation. Somebody ain't loyal. Somebody's in the reverse here. Sex matters, because that's the sperm. And Ten of Swords is a backstabbing betrayal on something. Well, you have every right to be mad, but you don't have every right to go take vengeance in your own way, but people do, and so go ahead and make your own choices. Seven of Pentacles. So somebody has invested in something, or they're returning today around somebody to rekindle that little love affair that was there, because that's what the general said today. Because they've invested in something. There it is again. All right, well, it's all for pentacles out here, right? Taurus, the negative people, or the crossword, whoever you are. I'm going after wicked people. The tree and the snake, okay? There's manipulation going on out here. Okay, this is poisonous. This is real poisonous. Your home is attached to something. If the tree is good, you'll bring forth good fruit. But if whoever's in this nonsense, you cannot bring forth good fruit. Two people are at least involved in some crap where a loyalty situation is a stab in the freaking back. And money has been invested in some nonsense out here, and it's manipulative. Somebody just gonna love bomb you, and they got a badge on, and they're fake. Somebody is freaking fake. Show me what else is out here. You don't get to do this to people on the earth. So this is now coming out in the upright. And so if you are upright, then you are. Whoever is, you're probably being targeted for something out here. Whoever is not, or somebody act like they are and they ain't, whatever it is for any given person, you got to snake around. If you're the third party to something, because there's two court cards out here. Okay? The word moment. Okay? Whatever that means for you. It's just to think of a special moment. Well, somebody's talking about a little special moment that they had in the past with the Six of Cups, because that's a reminiscing type of energy. It says to think of a special moment that brought you and your partner a lot of joy. And so somebody, trying to get you to remember something out here, because somebody is returning out here. Let's talk about this. Remember this. And somebody got a love bomber out here that's a backstabbing. Something's going to take place. So if you are a Taurus energy, or you're the cross watcher, some Taurus energy, and you're upright, you got to snake around. There's a couple of them attached to something going on. They're in a hidden space around you. Show me more information. So they want you to get away and relax and go have fun, baby. Let's go remember something. Or something's already happened when somebody did that. So the feminine came out in the revert. There is a pregnancy here. There is a pregnancy situation with the Taurus energy. It is. They did something illegal with that energy too. There's a divine timing and a surprise, or something may not be surprising to you. The surprise card came out in the reverse, and the divine timing around this feminine energy who is in the upright, whatever that means, okay? Some type of specific timing about getting away and doing something that's coming up for you, or they're making a plan to do something. There's passion to this, again, because somebody's married, though, because the husband card is out here, or your ex-husband is involved in something's going on, but there's something around some type of a betrayal that's been around something. Okay, the feminine, the Empress energy is supposed to be a married person as well. And again, if this person's up here act like they're really important, they really ain't. Whoever's playing those roles, okay? There's pregnancy, or you're going to get pregnant if you get away. It's also foretelling that as well. There's passion around something. Obviously, there's an investment around something that they're trying to get away with. What that means for you. Show me Taurus energy. A singer is out here involved. And so we already know you're a part of Stealing My Music. Just side note. Why don't you go ahead and go inside of a room, like I said on the general today, with no devices, and get you a piece of paper and write your little song and come out and sing it for everybody. You want people to think that you're the writer of my music. Every person involved in some crap. Or for some of y'all, just a singer's involved in something. It jumped over here on the King of Swords and the Knight of Cups. The King of Swords can represent some professional person, but they upside down. They upside down. Show me Taurus. Or you're a singer and you upright. I don't know who you are and what kind of a person. A powerful ruler or somebody thinks they are. They're backwards. There is a truthful person out here that is respected and widely known in a good way. Okay, and something's around that energy because that's a target for the enemy. That's a target for the enemy. Those of you who are, thank you so much, like I always say, for being that way in our earth. Don't sway for nothing and no one. Drugs are involved in something going on. Well, that's bad. A weapon that divides the flesh. Somebody's a liar out here. It's gonna hurt. Ten of Swords is I don't know. Their eternity's out here. Somebody fixing to get bit. Or they have invested for somebody, or something's already happened in some matter, and they think because they're the law, they can do whatever they want. No, you can't. My God's law is over you. A fake person. Somebody, it would be showing whoever that is in the negative. Somebody's fake on some stuff. Tremble, sweat, move with vexation. An enemy seen, and a weapon is out here. It is something that there's murder out here. They've invested for it. God's going to trip you up because you're digging a pit. God's going to let you fall in it. Big shots. Stupidness. A mark. Well, again, somebody's name is Mark, but if you ain't of God, you ain't in the ark. The M can take you to the death card. Okay? Death is out here. It's just going to confirm something as well. And the man with the inkhorn is going to mark his own, and a whole city's fixing to go down to the ground. It says, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when the desire comes, it's a tree of life. You do have the tree out here. If somebody is setting up in here in all their integrity, and whether you the Taurus or the cross watcher, and some nonsense is going on some freaking fake nonsense, God's going to let you have the upper hand for all upright purposes. Thou shalt not murder. Hey, murderer. You think you're some big shot taking somebody's freaking life? You reap what you sow. Don't you know? Oh, no, you don't know, because soul without knowledge is not good. You don't have no knowledge. You're going to get mocked by me because you have no wisdom. And you're going to cry out to God when this thing happens to you because you tried to do it to somebody else. God ain't going to answer you. Crazy. It says those of you who are upright, God's fixing to do something for you. You've been hoping. Your heart's sick and just sitting there hoping for something. When the desire comes, it's going to be a tree of life. But I said there can be some better days ahead for those of you in the upright. Something connected with the snow is here. Well, we in the wintertime, this kind of has a snowy feel to it as well. Somebody already died in the snow and in a time past, because the past is also here. You're going to get justice for something, whatever that means. An Aquarius is involved in something. It's right here in the reverse that King Swords came out, aka somebody go by a different name out here. Somebody's investigated, I guess so. We did have an upright person in the Aries reading, whoever those people freaking are. I won't take those that are sticking out. I just don't feel led to because I didn't get them out. So you need to pray for your kids. Oh, the kids are out here. Some people have done some stupidness. Kids have been killed. Kids have been trafficked. Kids have been offered drugs for stuff as well. Some may fake around some people out here, folks. Expose them, Yehovah. Expose every one of your enemies today. 2 came up. You have, what is this? The V, the W. Wait a minute. Some of these are worn down. This is a work rune. This is about hitting rock bottom. It looks like a V. Oh, wait a minute. Is that what this one is? I think this is the torch. Yeah, I think this is the torch. This one hadn't come out of the bag in a long time. Well, anyway, this is about a protection and stuff as well. And justice is going to be assured. And then the letter R came out here. An RV connection or something like that could be around something as well. This is about a removal, and you're going to cooperate. You are going to cooperate. You are going to cooperate. The R also goes back to a rulership. It's right here. You people that are upright, you know information. It's time to do some arresting on some people who've done some nasty stuff, folks. Why are you waiting? Why? You got the law of God to tell you to get up and do what's correct out here. We got children that are in danger. Already went out into eternity as well. Anyway, y'all just go ahead and be crazy if you want. Somebody is being exposed. I've seen the word expose again. God ain't going to let you people get away with this nonsense. He's just not going to. There's murder out here. There's murder out here, folks. That's been invested in. Let's go to Gemini real quick. You get entangled with that snake, you're going to die. You're going to die. All right, Taurus, or Gemini, sorry. Gemini. What's going on with Gemini, Most High God? What do they need to know? You're the cross watcher to this energy. I think that you protect your own all day long. Trip up the enemy, embarrass them, trap them, send the sword against them. You will make them run 7 freaking ways. Call out upon you by your Holy Spirit. Gemini, what's going on with Gemini, Yehovah? So this is about protecting, okay? Also came out with the Emperor and the 9 of Wands. So 11 Wands, there's contracts around something that'll break down to being at a crossroad. There is war, and if somebody's going to protect something in this energy that's upright, then find somebody's wounded out here on some crazy energy, having to press through. This is a division as well. When that comes out in the pictograph language, we get the somebody's name could be Chad. The other direction is a ditch. Okay, somebody could have went off into a ditch as well, but a ditch is also a whore as well. I can't remember what this means real quick. Hold on. It means to push, because somebody's worthless. They're going to be ruined. They're going to be thrown down. They're going to be pushed. Well, somebody was angry just a minute ago in the Aries reading. They were displeased, heavy breathing out of anger, because somebody wants to get away with a murder out here, folks. And that ain't lawful for you to get away with a murder. You're going to die instead. May God send somebody to murder you right back, because you're going to reap what you sow, and he ain't going to be mocked by nobody in the earth realm. This is about being in unity with something out here that's going on. To unite. Well, somebody's trying to unite, to push somebody and do whatever, and to kill somebody. This is the death of a person out here. Something with your father or a boss is out here, or your husband is out here. Something about a doorway is connected to something, because both these cards can go to a doorway. Passing from one space to the next is here, going back and forth. You could work at your job and you go in and out like somebody takes messages for your boss. You either upright or you're in danger, or you may hear something out here in a war around contracts as well. But the 4 swords is premeditation, resting after a broken heart, or a death of a person, death of an idea of something. The letter D and the CH together. Okay? Somebody's secret's coming out. Okay, this is about slaughtering somebody is the wording that comes out here. A butcher could be involved in something. High priestess in the reverse. Somebody's secrets are coming out here. Okay, I just seen the word exposed. Somebody, and this is also the other woman card. Somebody secretly got another woman because adultery came out today. Okay, they're around somebody's husband or work or whatever that is for you. You don't protect. If you don't protect it, I guess you're going to get caught up in some crazy stuff. 6 of Cups, children, the past, being in nostalgia. Show me more information. The letter B, the letter J, and the letter T now is also out here. Cheat. I could get cheat. Somebody is cheating out here. Show me more information here. Jumping on this Emperor and the crossing, something about the past, and the 6 of Pentacles. Some of you also be trying to give a little something here, or they did in the past, or here they come again to have to do something, okay? They don't want to go to jail. They don't want to be behind a wall here as well. There's also a butch, meaning there's a woman that dresses up like a man, okay? There's a butch out here. Because God said that there was a homosexual thing going on somewhere yesterday. And so whatever that is, there's a lot of stuff going on, and people are in nostalgia with that 6 of Cups that keeps coming out here. Jumps over here. So I'm looking at the secrets, but jumped in over on the Emperor. Somebody's got anxiety out here around something, but this is also somebody had a little pillow talk out here and has done something with somebody in authority, and the wording goes to either resting, or somebody can't rest, or something's been circulated out here. There's an evil slander going on around something. They did it on purpose. It was paid for to do something like that because a child is involved in something. For whoever's cases those are, it's out here. Okay, and they caused a war because a pregnancy was out here around something. They don't want nobody to know about that thing. They don't want nobody to know about that thing, or what you did, or whoever's playing that role. That's what's showing is around your energy. Somebody's got secrets that's fixing to come out for Gemini energy, or it already did, and now somebody's at a crossroad, and somebody, for some cases, are coming back around to do something about the matter. Show me Gemini energy. Feelings in the reverse. No feelings out here. You think it's come out in the general today. Somebody really don't have feelings. They got an ulterior motive somewhere around something. They want you to be receptive to this. There's a Duchess out here as well. Show me more information. We have love. Well, the feelings are in the reverse. The feelings are in the reverse. Somebody trying to make you feel like they love you. Whoever this energy is, they don't. This is, somebody's got a mistress out here. High priestess in the reverse is a mistress. Somebody's married and they're laying down beside their wife or their husband or whoever they are. And they don't have no feelings there. There's wounding going on out here in a really bad way. Show me more information. What else is in the hidden space for Gemini? Will they speak? Ask at your hand alone. Only you could tell a matter. Keep all people safe. Somebody being tested out here in the reverse, or they're not passing the test. Jump on that, on the boss figure, or your husband, or whoever is the authority out here. Whoever the ruler energy. Okay, this also came out in the reverse in the, I think it was a Taurus reading, but it also came out in the upright just a second ago. Or was the Aries reading, it came out in the reverse. Aries is here. Whoever's that connection, somebody really ain't important somewhere. Whoever the mistress is, or they're known. Somebody known out here attached to somebody having a mistress in your energy, whether you're just locally known or not. It says to watch for signs out here. Okay, well, some of y'all need to have some communication with your spouse, or maybe with your boss, or whatever. Something going on, okay? Imperfections in the reverse. Somebody thinks they're perfect as well. This talks about love is a beautiful mess. This is not a love matter. There's no feelings out here. The word love and the feelings is in the reverse. This ain't a beautiful mess. That's what came out in the reverse here. It says to embrace its imperfections. No, you don't need to do that. True love energy. Well, somebody trying to make somebody think that it is. You crazy out here. This is in the negative of this energy is a crazy card. Somebody got mental problem card. Daydreaming. You could work for, it says the boss out here, you could be a night worker or something, or somebody just daydreams about stuff. There really ain't no feelings around it though. And sacrifice, or something's very sacrificial. Okay, somebody's hopeful. Okay, well, we're dealing with the occult too, because God brought out today somebody makes molten images. God says that make you crazy as well. That's why people, they have no common sense anymore. Show me Gemini. Stupidness. Military connections of any kind around you, Gemini. A true godly love. It's not. If you think you're in one, and this is for people who's got some type of little check, you're just kind of back and forth, because the back and forth energy is out here. Something's around it. Or you think your little lover's really godly and you're married, you're off. Whatever that is. Something about love situation is out here. We're looking at the enemy, folks, on this platform. People that are kooks that are getting judged by God's word. To see something and to have the ability. And you need to be able to see right through the darkness, it says. Okay, you can't do that unless you keep in the laws of God and His commandments. As somebody thinks that I'm in love, and somebody's stupid out here, and you're not in love. Somebody not really in love somewhere out here. It's perception. There's secret communication going on right now. Some of y'all need to pop up at the job. There's murder around. So we already know it just came out in the Taurus reading. Thou shalt not murder. Do you think you're God to take somebody's life? Well, some people do, but they're kooks. If there's murder already going on, then obviously somebody trying to get away with it. So an upright leader is also out here. Well, good. You need to bend somebody out here, because there's murder around some stuff. And those of you who are up, I don't know where you're at in my case. I deserve a conversation. There's been PayPal connections in the reverse. Somebody got paying stuff for murder or something. Or somebody, if somebody is an upright leader, there's also energy coming through. You're being approached. Some mistresses out here trying to approach you for why ever they think you've got a connection for them. If you don't get up in here and do what's right for your family's sake, it's going to kill you in the end if you don't do what's right. There could be conversations going on in PayPal, because you can message back and forth in PayPal. Somebody could be trying to kill an upright leader as well, and you're a target for something as well. They need to get you out of the way or something, for whatever that is. Okay. And then bad hazing came out here. The brutal intention of abuse. You're off, folks. You're off. It says to sow into yourself righteousness and reap mercy. Break up your fallow grounds, for it's time to seek the Most High God Jehovah till He comes and rains down righteousness upon you. Well, we definitely need it. Two came up. There's secrets out here. Well, there is secret communication going on. That secret communication card came out. So whoever you are in this, positive or negative, there's some upright leader around something. And there's also somebody abusing their power, because it was huge in the Taurus reading. Both the King of Swords and the Knight of Cups, which is a police officer card, that was in the reverse. You got people around you. If you are a leader over somebody, you better check your employees. They're involved in some stuff. I had the word boss came out today as well in the general. But there's secrets out here. CH the Q, and maybe your ex is involved or somebody's ex is involved in something. Also looks like a Z could be prevalent. And then we have somebody in rebellion. We do somewhere. We do. This is the letter N, but it looks like the X as well. Somebody X is out here. This is about having to search for your necessities and stuff like that, because people are trying to get a murder done. They want to try to throw somebody out so they can get away with a crime or something like that. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever in my entire existence ever heard of, folks. Right here in our cities in good old America. I'm disgusted with our country anymore. Those letters come out. They're very prevalent too, and those other letters also that it was out here, Gemini, is what's around you. So either somebody trying to murder you, or you're involved in the conspiracy of a murder, and something going on with your husband or at work or something like that. If you do have a true love around, somebody don't like it, then the third party is doing something very sacrificial to somebody for Gemini energy. But somebody, a female is not upright somewhere. And if that is an Aries for you, that same female come out just the same way in the Aries reading. So whoever those people are, you're not getting away with being some type of kook somewhere. You're not God to take breath away. God gives the right for killing of certain things in the earth realm. But for you just to go right on out and take vengeance and murder a person, you're in error. There'll be a court trial. Somebody will be executed for some things. All right, let's go on to Cancer. Cancer. See what's going on with you all. Most High God, what does Cancer need to know? Let me light another incense here. Thank you for your truth, Yehovah, for it sets us free. It chases away the enemy. We just take authority right here, right now, in the name of Yeshua, against every demonic force trying to be wicked in your earth, Yehovah. Show me Cancer. I just heard Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Oh no, that take you back. What is that show? The Brady Bunch. That's family stuff going on there with that. If somebody thinks that they're just all that in a bag of chips, then they are. If you're upright with that name, then you are. Then something's around you in a negative way, positive or negative for any given person. Show me this energy. There's jealousy somewhere around something with this energy coming through real strong. Jealousy's cruel, whoever you are. All right. So something going to change here. I will perceive just came out. You're going to perceive something, Cancers, or the cross watcher, whoever you are. Somebody's name could be Shay. The CH and the Y just came out here. And what happened to that? Hold on a minute. Give me just a second. Okay. So do it this way. I don't know where that other what I did with that other card. There it is. To live. Something about life is here with this combination. Something about somebody's stomach. Okay, for some of y'all, it could be a pregnancy. Maybe you have stomach issues as well. These are clues to something. The stomach organ or any kind of organ of the body could be here. Somebody's appetite is also out here attached to something that is going on. Okay, the will is about expansion as well. Why God's bringing that out, I don't know, but I don't question why he would bring something out. If somebody's an exaggerator, then somebody is an exaggerator. The wheel is going to turn on something, and it's divine timing for Cancer energy. And it's positive for you or in the upright, and it is a freaking whirlwind and a half and a punch out with God in the negative. And there's something about having to be protected out here or going into a protection of something. Okay, the King of Pentacles. You could be dealing with, again, a boss figure or an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or this is just a husband card, or a business deal could be around something. If it is a Virgo, then it's here as well. That's somebody's a disguise somewhere. Why is this King of Pentacles here for Cancer energy? The Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, they want to do a bribery. Okay, that is a bribery, and that they've got a consequence on that, or you have a consequence on you. Okay, it ain't gonna work out for you. You're gonna die. This person's wicked. Then, if you're upright and somebody's trying to do something around you, somebody can pull that bribe out of his bosom and pervert you. And now you open a door to pervert stuff, perversion of any kind. It's a karmic thing fixing to take place out here. Okay, Five of Pentacles. It's around Pentacles. It's around, I need you to throw somebody out here. Well, may you be thrown out. May you be thrown out. My God. Show me more information here. Jehovah, show me your arm. Your arm's going to be known towards your servant, and your indignation towards your enemies is what you say. Yeah, somebody got mental case. Somebody's a mental case. With this, somebody crazy. This is somebody trying to do something here for a new beginning. There is going to be a new beginning. The wheel's fixing to turn somewhere. There could be something going on around a travel, and children would also be out here with the strength card. It's also a maladministration card. Somebody is. Show me more information on this King of Pentacles. They want to travel, okay, or have a rite of passage. So travel is out here as well. Something about a vehicle is out here around something. Having self-control. The letter Z is out here as well. Also, so if this is your work, or some boss is really strong coming out, folks, God's pounding it really, really strong. Somebody's laundering money for some of you all as well. Okay, got that little shovel in their hand as well. It's on that King of Pentacles. If you're an upright boss, you better check your employees. It's got access to the drawer of money or petty cash or something like that. They laundering money, or this person is the boss and doing it too. I don't know. This is a warfare. This something about getting cut is out here. Something's going to expand out here with that wheel. This represents something that's going to affect a large scope of an area in something that is going on around somebody's job, or maybe you travel, okay, and you hit a large scope of an area. Maybe you're a driver of some sort, because a driver did come out this morning as well. Somebody's trying to pay somebody to have some rite of passage to do something out here, to move forward in something. Okay, well, anyway, show me more information. Okay. They're a lying sack of crap. This is about murder, death, or FBI is around something, and they do want to secretly, physically exchange something out here. There's two people at least involved in this. Okay, it's a physical exchange. If that's sex, your genitals are out here. And somebody cuckoo, somebody husband. Ninth house goes back to the husband. Somebody's a disguise. They definitely are disguised. God's gonna put a sickle in though and kill the enemy. Somebody guilty for something out here. Seven Swords is a guilty card. But that's a cheating card, and the King of Pentacles represents the husband. So whoever's husband's involved in some type of leadership role, somebody's going to go to jail. They're a freaking kook and a psychopath, and they're cray-cray. Get a good look at yourself, crazies. Get a good look at yourself. Kooking, crazy piece of nutcase. You don't have a right to murder somebody. You think you have a right to live being wicked? Nah. My God. I'm taking the top and the bottom. It says to do justice and judgment is acceptable with Jehovah rather than sacrifice. And the sacrifice card just came out in the, I think it was a Gemini reading. Something very sacrificial. Somebody said, I'll just get in some mischievous mode and go crazy and be some type of kook because I won't go to jail. You're a freak. That's a defeat. That's a defeat. It says that he that observes the wind shall not sow, and he that regards the clouds shall not reap. As you know not what is the way of the Spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her who has child. Even so, you don't know the works of God who makes all things. So somebody thinks they're a big shot out here around something. Somebody needs to put a judgment on something. I don't care how sacrificial something is. The truth's going to set some people free for some stuff, and wicked people are going to leave the earth and be scattered out here. An air sign's involved in something with the matter out here. What's in the hidden space, please, for Cancer? So, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That King of Pentacles could be the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They try to do something with money out here. Or maybe you got the money and they need your connection to do something. But this tells me somebody knows to do something, but it's sacrificial for them. And so now they're in the secretive, deceptive stuff with the Seven of Swords out here. Makes me mad. The tree. So God just brought out a scripture about hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when the desire comes, it's like a tree of life. Okay, but if your tree is wicked, then you cannot bring forth any good fruit at all. If your tree is upright, then you're going to do upright things, and you can't do anything wicked. You're going to turn down this, hey, baby, let's do some secret physical exchange stuff. So I don't know if that's the past for you. You already did and lost your mind out of something, because somebody's got a judgment on them for something's already went down. Anyway, the cross. Okay, well, somebody thinks that they're all that in a bag of chips. So this is a preacher, and they're a wolf. They wear a mask somewhere. They're a pimp. That's the pimp that came out today. We already know that preacher that's on this platform is secretly, they pimp out people. Okay? It's been proven. Somebody investigated out here, or you're being investigated. Or there's an investigator involved in some crap. There is an upright leader somewhere, because it's come out twice, 2 or 3 times already. And so, better watch out who you're secretly physically exchanging. I really hope you get bent as soon as you take that little whatever that is on somebody else's life. Show me Cancer. Jumping on the psychopath card. Displeased, heavy breathing out of anger. Aw, poor baby. You wicked, stupid, nasty. You're gross. You stink. You do. People in this energy stink. Dorms and rooms. You could go to college with this person, or something's going on behind in a room somewhere for that physical secret exchange. Capturing somebody with a net is exactly right. I mean, this stupidness. Somebody who you think they are. Crazy. Somebody's psychopath out here, folks. Show me Cancer. Fields to go out to fight on the battleground. Okay, well, Mr. Fields, if you are upright in Kansas City, Missouri, in the FBI, because it's out here, you need to get up and show your face. No excuses on my situation, man. I don't give a rip. I'm going to call people out for what it is. There's murder out here. It's time to speak, and they are coming. They are coming. What are you going to do about it? I just heard somebody's dirty little secrets coming out. Now, it is dirty out here. It is real dirty out here. Anticipation. Okay, well, somebody's got some anticipation on something's going on. They're fixing to speak. And they try. So we just seen the Hermit. And the Hermit can have a meaning of trying to catch somebody up in something. Obviously, whoever the upright party is, wearing the mask for upright purposes to get some creep out here away from a situation. May God be with you. Somebody forged something on somebody as well. You ain't getting away with it. Taxes, go back to that energy. If somebody was strategizing in one of the other readings as well, let them strategize. A kook. Psychopathic nutcases. We have to nurture, and somebody ain't going to be nurturing out here with you. Somebody's two-faced and they wear a mask. Also, somebody from the long distance is also, or they want to go long distance, or something about travel out here attached to something. They got some wishful thinking going on, Cancer, or you do. I really hope you're upright. Those of you who are, you need to really keep watch and listen to what's being said around you. Those of you who are upright, somebody's nasty out here. It says somebody spread a rumor on purpose, knowing what they did. They're guilty and they're prideful. Okay, that's interesting because I was just in the Gemini reading and the combination came out about a little pillow talk was going on with some type of headship. And there was something that was given for money to spread something out here. They did it on purpose. They did it on purpose on a person because they're guilty for something. They're probably the person that's freaking the guilty freaking party. That's interesting. That came out. What's on the other side of this? Forgot I have stuff on both sides. A choking. Well, whoever's reading that I was reading last night, it was earth energy that was coming out really strong. You do have earth energy. For some of y'all, it's they're a murderer. Somebody, there was choking really bad in that energy that I was speaking about. Okay, well, anyway, somebody's been murdered or trying to get a murder done by a choke. A painter, either you are the choker or somebody trying to choke you. Okay? God is with us, not the wicked. We don't fear no evil, folks. God's with us. Those people who are fighting for righteousness, that cry because wickedness is around our cities and our children and our counties and our families. We are the one that get the mark on our head from God. And when the man with the inkhorn goes and begins to murder everybody who's been the murderer, because you reap what you sow, whoever's got the mark of God on them, we are protected. Not them. Not them. They're in rebellion. They are in rebellion. Somebody just think you're all that in a bag of chips. Hey, look at my chest. You're ugly. You're a filthy freak. And you get up on your platform and say hallelujah and wear a mask. Look, folks, God says get out of these modern day churches. They're the whore in the end time prophecy. God says my people come out of her because they're sitting on a dragon. The pimp came out today. This is a pimp. They pimping God's word. They're heathens. They have polluted the sanctuary like the scripture says. I won't put up with it. I will put my finger in your face and tell you how wrong you are and what you're doing to people. Because it says in the book of Ezekiel, they'd be killing the people out of the church. They are. They're murderers. They're filthy and they're murderers. This is about having to search for your necessities. And somebody don't give a rip. They try to catch somebody up in the net, like I said, because they're crazy. And God's with us, not them. God says those people are going to dig a pit. They're going to fall in it. We can rest assured God's not a liar. Yehovah Elohim is not a liar. They don't get the last of nothing. So for some of y'all, you got an X issue out here around some nonsense, or somebody's X. This is the letter N. Nay. Somebody's in adultery out here, attached to something going on. Okay? A chain is also out here. Cheney. Isn't there somebody in government named Cheney? Whether you're upright or not, something around you. Okay? Whatever that is. All right, let's go on to the... Boy, I feel this energy. My God. It's intense, folks. Somebody's mad because their little secret's coming out about an adulterous affair that's going on at work. There's the word leadership. Give me just a second. I've said this before, and this energy is coming through again. Whoever had the little pillow talk with a backwards leadership and did something on purpose to somebody to slander, they did it on purpose. They're trying to get away with it. This person likes to start crap over here to get everybody's attention over here so that they can go and do whatever they do in a wicked way. Okay? There are people like that in the earth. Somebody's dealing with that energy out here. Okay? And they do it for their own gain, or they think they're gaining something. Their soul's gone. They're a freak. They're a psychopath. They're a freakazoid. They're a nasty freakazoid somewhere. And so many people have taken their little sweet talk. And God tells us in the end, with these ditches, these whores, these pimps, that everybody finally is going to get sick of this nonsense and turn around and burn the whore. The whore's going to get burned. And anybody who consents with whorish adultery energy, you're going to get burned in the end of something real bad. If you don't repent, God's giving some of you all, you still have a space to repent and find the grace of God. I really hope you choose that route. Otherwise, the door shuts and you will not be able to get in. And there is a horrible tempest coming to you straight from the Father God in heaven. And you will not be able to stand and win a war against him. That's a fact, folks. That's a fact. All right. Give me just a second here. All right, Leo. What's going on with Leo energy? What's going on with Leo, Yulva? Those of you in the upright, welcome. What's going on with Leo and the cross watcher with this energy, Most High God? What's going on with Leo, Yulva? We have a tower coming. All right, secretly something going on. We already know somebody's got a big fat destruction. There's an eyewitness to something for some of you all. The letter A may or may not be prevalent to something as well. I'm hearing something about Iowa connection. Okay, and then you do also have the world card. Something's coming down in a very big way. There's fire attached to something in a really big way. An all-consuming fire attached to this tower. Okay, and this word goes to a destroyer. And the word talks about God watching a destroying energy. And he's the shepherd that delights in watching the destroyer. And as soon as the destroyer is going to make their move, God says, I'm going to bounce down on them. Okay? So those of you who are in the upright, somebody's fixing to get pounced down on real hard. God's watching it. God's watching it. And those of you who are in this, you think you're some big shot. You're fixing to get hit and punched in the eye because your eye's out. Okay? Somebody wicked out here with this. Okay? If the letter A is prevalent, then it would be out here. Somebody's name could be Ashley attached to something, whether you're upright or not. This is a leadership energy, a headship of something. Somebody knows something. This is communicating something out here. But there's a tower. There's two of something going on with the matter out here as well when you get the world card and the pictograph language. Somebody sees something, knows something. Or you do. Or they know it about you. Whatever that is. But God's saying, I'm watching something. And nobody's over him. Nobody's over the Most High God. So, we've got this coming out in the crossing. The Hierophant. We got the heavens involved in something with this energy. We got the law or something abominable, or somebody knows if somebody's biased or has been biased somewhere. It's illegal. There's contracts around some stuff. And then the Queen of Pentacles crossing this, which is a business deal or a married woman, or she ain't upright or negative. So those of you are, you are. If you're not, you're not. Something, though, is around something abominable because the scales are not upright. There is going to be justice for something. Something very contractual around a marriage situation is out here, or an organization. There's an aha moment. Somebody watching something out here. The Queen of Wands, there y'all are. If you're upright, you're upright. If you're not, you're not, like I said. Or she's the other woman for whoever's in the adultery stuff that's going on out here. Why are these here? Something about a truth. Somebody knows the real truth about something. Yeah, because somebody secretly slandered and had some pillow talk somewhere with somebody in authority. God spoke it before you even found my hands in a card. So whoever did that nonsense, they did it on purpose. They're trying to get away with it. They don't want nobody to know something that they did out here. They're guilty for something. They're trying to kill off somebody knows information or something like that. Show me more information. Show me Leo. The S, the H, the C, the K, and the A is real strong out here. Something about shaking is also out here. Show me Leo, Yehovah. Why is all that in the... Okay. There's a devil out here. And a lying sack of crap. And they're out of control. And there would be jail here because there is something out here on jail. Okay? 8 swords go to jail. They're alliance that crap. They're an imposter to some nonsense going on out here. They're a thief, a liar, a cheat. They're toxic. They're full of themselves, full of pride, conceit, and ego. And God's going to knock something down on some stuff out here. Somebody guilty with this connection with you all. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I don't know if he's upright or not. Somebody ain't somewhere. Show me, Leo, what's in the hidden space. I just seen a movie star. Did you sign your soul away? Are you upright? Some people are, some people aren't. Show me, Leo. I got ashes all over my hand when I grabbed that other incense. I noticed it when I was sticking my hand up in the camera. Anyway, the word ashes out here. Something about fire is attached to something going on. Somebody got evidence on their hands. They're guilty. They're guilty for something. Those of you who are married, somebody acting like they won't be your spouse, they're a murderer. Somebody ain't really grown up. You had the Queen of Pentacles and a Knight. You got a real fast talker out here around something. When the Knight of Swords comes out, I mean, in the reverse of that energy, that's a bad rebellion. It came out with the Devil. Somebody's just a liar somewhere. They're abominable. Somebody is. Somebody's sick. The word for sick is out here. There's a sick case going on out here. Okay? Show me what's in the hidden space, please. A case or a sack of something is out here. Something that somebody carries. There could be something inside of that. The snake. Okay, well, somebody is. That old serpent, the devil's around this energy. Somebody's feelings are also crossing. Again, somebody's an imposter around something to embrace with you in the crossing with the connection, and there's some type of a barrier, or because there's a barrier, they got to come back and be a little imposter because you in some type of a place here. God's watching this, guys. God says, I'm watching it. He sees it. There's the karmic. All right. Well, anyway, they a snake. And if that's that preacher who just came out with the cross and the mask, you have the Hierophant here. You got the pimp who pimps out people in their church, and that's their disguise. They ain't really a hallelujah. They probably, they use magic on people. They bewitch people. Somebody's a liar out here. They're in the hidden space. The snake is in the hidden space. They're poisonous. God says they're a destroyer. Okay, exhausted, burned out, empty. It's because somebody don't have God on the inside. The right path is everything's coming out crossing with you guys. Something's just hanging in the balance on something going down, man. The doorway, somebody's in the doorway. I don't know. And then illusions are here. Well, somebody's a liar. This is a mischievous card. The devil's out here. The lying card's also out here. The devil's got, and you know, the tongue of the devil. They talk truth and a lie. Somebody's out here trying to make you think that there's some type of, yay, everything's good with us, and there's temptation around us. This is illusional. Somebody's a freak and a karmic. The word isolation, rejected, left alone, self-inflicted energy is out here around you, or they want to reject you or leave you alone because of whatever their ulterior motive is, why somebody would even do that to another person. You interpret it. Show me, Leo. Okay. There's a bigamist out here. And somebody, okay, well, that Hierophant's crossing, somebody got more than one spouse out here, folks. If they travel, they're exhausted. They're burned out in two relationships. So again, somebody's marriage ain't really a marriage out here. They're a bigamist. They got more than one spouse. If you are a painter and you're married, you need to check your spouse out. Somebody's suffering. Are you suffering? You're not supposed to suffer in some type of wicked way. you're not really suffering. The way you get set free is the truth. I don't know. Let us not suffer because of this kind of nonsense. If you're upright suffering, God's going to set you free in something that's going on. Show me Leo. It's ridiculous. I'm not getting it. Somebody says, I want to hold your hand and I want to walk with you and talk with you and kiss your little face. It's a lie. It's a freaking lie. I think last time I read for the Leo, somebody was trying to come back and kindle something up, and God said a worse thing was going to come upon you. Okay, and so children tripping around, the word Skip is here. Somebody's name could be Skip or a nickname, or something round is connected to something, whatever that means for you. Show me Leo. What kind of word do you want to bring out for Leo energy? Jehovah, protect all the upright ones. Most High, I know that you do. It says that he that spares his rod hates his child. Well, there's something about children. Children's on this. Okay? It says he that spares his rod hates his child, but he that loves him will chastise him but time. You'll just stay on it. If somebody is talented out here, then talent is out here. I've seen that movie star energies, or somebody's just a little actor, okay, in something. It says that the hand of Jehovah shall be known towards his servants, and his indignation towards his enemy. Okay? Somebody is an enemy of God out here, and you don't have a chance when God gets up. Show me Leo. Somebody's an arsonist out here attached to something going on. A little plot around a relationship because it's a bigamous situation. Somebody got more than one spouse out here. Okay? If they got a little plot, the letter D might be prevalent to you. There's a lot of letters that came out. The D, the S, the C, the K, the H, the S, and the A came out in this reading. So anyway, this is a new cycle of something here. They come again to do something, but there's something plotted around this. There's murder out here that's come out today. So some people really need to call out to the Most High God. All who will call out upon Jehovah shall be saved, if you do it from your heart. A Leo, we're reading for Leo. Okay, so whatever role you play, Leo, we're right on target on what's going on out here. There's snake out here, or you're the freak. You need to pray over your kids. Something about your children are out here attached to something going on, Leo. It says the boss knows something. Okay, well, you need to go to your boss and have a conversation with them. Or they know because they got more than one spouse with you, or whatever that is. A campsite. Now, I had an RV come out. It may have been the Taurus reading. I don't remember. You would have that energy here. Whoever's reading it was, the RV showed itself. So something about a campsite is connected to something, or you need to make sure something with your kids going off for camping, or maybe it was church camp, or I don't know what that means for you, but something about a campsite. Show me Leo. You'll hold up. A forgiveness situation. Well, somebody ain't who you think they are, though. There's a snake out here attached to something. If you are making peace and you're upright with another person that you absolutely know is, then you've got a third party or whatever this is. Somebody's got more than one spouse. I don't really know. Anyway, it says the Most High has commanded you not to be afraid. And somebody needs to confront somebody, I feel. Because it's deliberately saying the boss knows something. Okay? So that work stuff keeps coming out on the platform. It's really heavy. Those of you who've got boss connections, you're at work, you've suspected some stuff, they know something, or you're the boss that knows something, you're fixing to get talked to. And if you lie, and somebody's flat out asking you some stuff, and you lie, something really horrific's going to come up on you. Truth sets you free. Give me just a second here. But you can do what you want, folks. You got free will. You can be a kook and die if you want, or you can tell the truth and find the mercy of God and let him give you a testimony, and then begin to shun the very thing that you were in and pull people out of that stuff and be somebody of worth if it's possible for you. But whoever's already far gone and is a beast, they're guilty. They're a full-blown demonic piece of nutcase somewhere. All right, Virgo. All right, Virgo. What's going on with Virgo? Hey, Virgo, welcome in. Those of you who are upright, by the way. What's going on between Virgo and the cross-watcher energy, Yehovah? Shapes and colors. I don't know what that means for you, but I don't have to know. Whoever that's for. Something about shapes and colors. We have somebody making choices. Somebody holding on to two people somewhere, folks. They think God don't care. They just think God don't see nothing out here. This is about making choices. And you got two people out here exchanging some stuff or having to get their balance. Or there's something with money attached, something around your energy. But this is choices. Choice card, choice card. And somebody's really fast and hasty out here or trying to get their balance or fixing to. We have the Queen of Wands. If that's a Leo, you guys had similar stuff last time. It don't have to be. It could be an Aries. It could be a Sagittarius. Whoever the person is. If they're upright, then they're very spiritual. And if they're not, they're the whore with the pimp attached to something for some of you all. But there are choices out here around something. Somebody ain't full grown somewhere. They're real hasty and a fast talker and everything else. Show me more information out here for Virgo energy. Whoever you're showing up as, the Queen of Wands or as the Knight of Swords. There's two people doing something out here. Okay, and again, you think God don't see something. Somebody's a bigamist somewhere. Just came out in the Leo reading. For those of you who got this connection, show me more information. Stubborn, greedy, won't open up to something. So that's why somebody's trying to secretly exchange something out here. Somebody does want somebody to be receptive to something. Why is that for? But this is not good. If you are dealing with an amputee, then the Lover's card can go to amputee card. And I send you love and light for those of you. They always tell themselves on my platform. Something just happened on this side of my platform. I don't care. I'm speaking right through the spirit of the thing, and you could never stop from speaking. You could never stop the spirit of the living God from speaking. He bypasses this realm, folks. You're guilty. Your little conscience is going off. That's why people do stuff on my platform. They give their self away because they can't help it because they're ate up with maggots on the inside. 3939. Interesting. Somebody don't have the rite of passage to do something to go somewhere. There's secrets out here. Or you don't need to give somebody the rite of passage to do something out here, man. The Six of Swords is in the reverse. If somebody's trying to secretly, physically exchange or secretly try to go somewhere to do something, okay? You better have some high volume discernment out here around something. The V, the W, and the Y, or the J, the B, and the T is out here on something. Show me the Lover's card, please, with that Two of Pentacles for Virgo. Fight for us today, Yehovah. Fight for us today. The House. Come upside down. All these, I gotta fix those. They flipped upside down. Okay, well, somebody's foundation's upside down. Or burnt down. This is my house fire card. I just had all that burning that just came out. Also, the word ash was there. And I spoke about the ashes being on my fingers when I took another incense. There's something to that. Okay, somebody's marriage is upside down because somebody got more than one spouse somewhere. For whoever that energy goes to, it won't be for every one of you all. But the Four of Wands in the reverse. Somebody hanging on to another person out here. Around you. Or you're doing it. Show me more information. Choices about marriages. Choices about a person. But there's something about secretly, physically exchanging something. If there's a pregnancy, then there's a pregnancy. Or something about your mother or your mother-in-law or Stepmother is coming through. This is a pregnancy situation. If she's upright and the law could be out here. If she's not, she's a superficial piece of nutcase. If there is something around somebody getting pregnant out here, somebody's still hanging on to whatever that is. The letter G and the letter L is also out here. Somebody walking off and taking something. Somebody's fixing to speak to you. They do want to secretly, physically exchange something for some of you all. Or because somebody's going to speak. Or your child's out here. Baby mama stuff is out here attached to stuff. There's secrets in the hidden space. Somebody's secretively doing something out here. Something about a same-sex situation. Some of you all are married and your spouse doing something with the same sex. I'm sorry. Real strong coming through. They got secrets up here. A union. All right. Well, anyway, it's secretive. If there's a younger person involved in something, then they are out here and they're out of control about something as well, attached to a matter. Anyway, that Four of Wands in the reverse. Show me more information. You got an authority figure for some of y'all around, or you're the authority figure around something out here as well. If there's bribery, then there could be bribery. Otherwise, there's something about a gift out here. And to attract something in the reverse. You don't need to be attracted to this nonsense. Okay? Whatever that is. To have value, okay? Well, anyway, somebody got a choice to make out here. Do you have value? Somebody don't. In the mix of something. Show me Virgo. Okay? A bribe is out here. It's right here. They're going to try to flatter you. They're trying to attract you into doing something. Okay? If that's that backwards preacher that just came out with the cross and the karmic nonsense and somebody wearing a mask, They want you to think God don't care what they're doing with something. I don't know. There's a bribe out here that says it's going to come with a curse. You're being warned. They got secrets around something that's going on out here. What that means for you. Show me Virgo, please. I love your eyes. Well, they're going to sweet talk you. Where you are. Whoever's playing what role. An ending. Something will end on that bribe. An FBI is here. Well, the book is here. Epstein file nonsense is out here around something. We've got an issue, an excrement, filthy, dirty, poopy, disgusting shit involved in some stuff. There's the masculine. They're going to say, I'm sorry. Exhausted is out here. That just came out in the Leo reading as well. It says burned. So something about a burning energy is out here attached to something as well. Interesting. A doorway. Something about a twin flame. Okay. Well, that's the 1111. The Four of Wands. It's somebody's an imposter somewhere around something. Because the devil's always around when the Empress energy comes out with that nonsense with the twin flame crap. We've already talked about it over and over and proved it out of God's word why it's there. Show me Virgo. The sound, having a sound mind. I really hope so because you got choices, Virgo. You got choices to do something out here with these bribes. To end something. If you know information, you need to open your mouth. Something about the nighttime is around you all. Also, better days are ahead for those of you in the upright. Something around snow. That card came out in somebody else's reading as well today. Somebody hates you, but they want to be you. Or somebody hates somebody, but they want to act like they are that person. You talk about somebody that don't have a freaking sound mind. We got freaks out there. The axe is at the root on somebody's house out here, folks. Okay? That tree has also come out today in some other of these readings. And so it is at the root. You take this bribe, you will be cursed. Your house will come upside down. And there ain't nothing you can do about it at that point. Your soul will leave you if you take that bribe. Now, you've been warned. Those of you who have been ignorant to things and you didn't know what you're getting mixed up in, God can have mercy on who he has mercy on, but you're being warned. You know better now. Somebody says, here, take this little piece of money and go do something, and you know it's wicked, and you do it. God says you cut yourself off from him. You will go into that other paranormal dimension when you leave this realm, and you'll be stuck there until the great day of judgment on you. Now, you've been warned. Somebody trying to get away with a stupid crime out here. We have the letter G. It's out here. She also represents the letter G, gag. We had choking come out somewhere. You could be in danger. You take this bribe, you're going to get choked. There's murder attached to something going on. The word "thou shalt not murder" has come out. Anyway, your ex is involved in something for some of your cases, or somebody still hangs on to their ex. If you're remarried, okay, then somebody still hangs on to it for something, or somebody around the third party triangle energy is here with this energy. They're still secretly, physically exchanging things in a very physical way. Maybe because it's money, only reason why they're there for you, because the Four Pentacles is a greed card. This goes back to bank systems and stuff. You also got the little pentacle here. If you don't put a right judgment on something, it ain't gonna be good for you. But anyway, you can do whatever you want. This is a little gift being reciprocated. It's a bribe, guys. It's a bribe. This is a possible betrayal in love, and it is out here. Y'all need to check your homes. This is bad karma coming on somebody who's unworthy of something. So hopefully you're going to stand up and do what's right so you can be worthy. But the axe is at the root where Virgo and energy is. And like I said last week when I read for you all, a worse thing is going to come upon you if you get involved with this all over again. Okay, somebody still is hanging on to somebody out here. As a lover, lover's card is an intimacy card. Or your ex is doing something with a friend. I don't know what that is. But somebody's out here secretly, physically exchanging. Somebody's married out here on some stuff. And again, if you're the bigamist, I guess you're the bigamist. You go to jail for that stuff. Do whatever you feel like you got to do. You think you can get away with the crime. Anyway, if the other party, for some cases, has found out that their spouse is married to somebody else, and I guess they're trying to bribe to get rid of that other party as well and to kill them. Now there's a war within that nonsense. There's going to be an ending, though, however it comes. An ending is for Virgo energy connections. And it is an issue. If there's prison, somebody will go to prison. The word secrets is under. There are secrets. It's right here in your hidden space around a union. Shows so with that. Good luck. All right, let's get in here and see what's going on with Libra. Somebody, this is going back to Virgo energy. This has come through on Virgo before. Real strong. Somebody had an affair with their mother-in-law or stepmother, okay, or something like that. Also, it could also, for some cases, it could be a stepdaughter, something like that, if the roles are switched. That's really coming through real strong. I've had that come through real strong on the Virgo energy as well. And so no wonder people are trying to hide that kind of stuff. That actually is prophecy, actually. That men would lay down with their daughter-in-laws and stuff as well. That's actually prophecy somewhere in the scripture. So whatever that is for you, or those of you who are upright Virgos and you need to know something, you need to check your in-laws out, because those in-laws have come out real heavy on the platform. I'm sorry to say that, but I'd rather you know the truth, folks. We live in a really wicked world, folks. It's really time to wake up to some things. Everything ain't okay for a lot of people. You got a lot of people being some cray-cray out here. Lost their soul, their mind, and everything else. All right, Libra. Let's see what's going on with you all. Welcome in, those of you who are upright and the cross watcher. Show me, Libra, Yehovah. What's going on with Libra energy? Libra. I just heard loosey-goosey. Some people are loosey-goosey, aren't they? Crazy. God said that it would be a perverted generation, an adulterous generation. God said that people that would not repent, he would throw them in bed with Jezebel and kill your children and everything else because you're wicked, because you won't do what's right and matters. And so we need to wake up, folks, and understand that there are people around us that are really doing some nasty things. Even with children, child trafficking came out yesterday. We got pervert because people open up to bribes. If your brand's making new, let me just teach you something here about karmic activity with bribes. God says a wicked person, they pull that bribe out of their bosom to pervert your way. And so when you take it, yeah, you know better. You automatically open up a karmic door to allow any kind of perversion. And sexual perversion, folks, is what brought the flood the first time around. When the angels, the fallen angels fell to the earth, it was all because of sexual stuff. And the Mashiach says that it'd be like the days of Noah all over again. That's what all this sex nonsense is all around everybody. And God says that's nasty to me. It's nasty to him. And so that's why a lot of people are going to die, because they can't get their emotions intact, because all that temptation. But God says, I will have mercy on you, and I will give you a space to repent, but it's on God's time, not our time, folks. But you can do what you want. If your soul has no knowledge, it ain't good for you, but you got some knowledge today. What are you going to do with it? Do what's right. You're going to have to face some karmic activity because there's consequences with that energy, but at least your soul's going to be saved, and God will protect you and correct you. But if you don't want to, then you just go ahead and keep on doing whatever you got to do. Show me Libra. I just seen the Queen of Swords. Show me Libra, you hold up. Queen of Cups around you, or that's you showing up as a sweet, kind, caring individual. There's secret physical exchange. If this is upright and you got to physically exchange something for positive purposes, then and you're making a good judgment to do that, and somebody's willing to do something right, then fine. Otherwise, this is a manipulator in the reverse of its energy. This is about two people doing something, making a decision together. Why is the Queen of Cups here, please, for Libra energy? What's going on with Libra energy? Okay. The Three of Cups is crossing. Something social could be out here around you, and the Death is around you. For some of you all, somebody trying to kill you, and others of you all, it's a bribe for you to get involved in it. Okay. FBI is out here with the Death card. Something by water is really strong out here. The Strength card. There's something about somebody's chime account attached to something as well. Or something about a chimney could be here. The word goes to heat and to separate. Something about cheese, or say cheese. Somebody could have a picture of something as well around whatever that is. The father-in-law just comes out. That's incredible. I was just talking about that at the end of the Virgo reading, about the scripture how it talks about a father-in-law sleeping with his daughter-in-law. There's judgments on things, folks. Wow. I tell you what, only the Most High could reveal things like that. Somebody's got something like that out here. Somebody's name is Mitch or Mitchell. There's something to do with a match of something, or a flame match. This is fire. This is fire protection of something then. Death is out here around something going on. That's real interesting. To strike somebody's marrow. Their bone is out here. All right, well, God says his word is sharper than any two-edged sword, and it'll divide even your soul and your spirit. And those people that I just spoke about, taking those bribes in the Virgo reading, your soul and your spirit will be separated from you. There's death out here, and so something's on the line with this. We just seen that Two of Pentacles. Somebody wants to exchange something, you're gonna lose your soul. Because God says his word is sharper than any two-edged sword. It divides the soul and the spirit, and the bone and the marrow. And the word for marrow is out here. So somebody's being warned by God. Now, there's murder out here around something going on. This is about a separation. Somebody's got some separation situation out here. Male and female. A construction worker. For some of you all, specifically a painter has come out today. But anything like that is out here. There's third parties attached to some things going on. Whoever that Queen of Cups is with you. Maybe this person died as well as somebody being involved in some type of a death matter. Whether they're trying to get it done or somebody trying to do it to the person. We have a fool. And a fool will turn cheat. And the world card. Okay, this is a great big cycle. The first card of the deck and the last card of the deck. So the word is shit. It represents your bottom. That's why God said it yesterday. And then he brought out the word excrement, which is still at the bottom of this deck here. Okay, something real crappy going on. But this is also a complete success of something as well. Something's ending. But if you are dealing with the fool folks, God says they return because they're caught up in folly. And the fool returns to folly like a dog returns to vomit. Somebody's willing to eat some vomit out here. It's going to end something in a great big way. The word for shame is upon somebody out here. They're a player. Somebody's a player around you. You need to be careful because there's death attached to this. If you're not ready to die yet in this realm and go to hell for getting involved in some stuff, you might want to step back and do what's correct in the matter because somebody's fixing to flatter you for some people's cases. The letter T, the letter SH, the tush, okay, and the CH and the M is out here. You have a friend that's not really your friend's coming out. They're jealous. Somebody's jealous of something out here. If this in the reverse, everything we know that when we do research on a dog, it's prostitution, it's uncleanness, it's attacking, there's no protection. If you are in the upright, this is a protection, this is a good friend, this is loyalty, but it's coming out like this. Something's hanging in the balance with that death card there. Also, this is in the balance. If there's a pregnancy situation or there's two mothers involved in something, this is explosive. There's something around timing, okay? This is communication in the hidden space with the friend, but if the two people really aren't friends and they've got ulterior motives, somebody got a bad ordeal here with that. This is jealousy, and jealousy is cruel because there's been murder out here. Somebody deal with a fool. Something about signing something on somebody's account, whether it's a chime account, it's just bringing out somebody's checking account could be out here around something. You got friends around, so somebody may not be a real friend. Maybe you are, but somebody else ain't. And for some of you all, maybe you do have a good friend. A third party's around it because I can get that out of the Three of Cups. Show me more information. What's in the hidden space, please, for Libra. I just heard use and abuse. Use and abuse. I'm taking the bottom and the top. When I get a bunch like that, I just take those. So I'm going to take a gamble on something. It's intense out here. Because when death comes, that's it. It's transformative to something. Okay? And that's your genitals. That's intensive stuff that changes everything. If that's same-sex nasty stuff going on, then there is wickedness. There's two women in a basket out here that we find in the scripture with this. It's going to cause an explosive situation. It's all-consuming fire with this world card out here. Cupid. Is it really Cupid? Is it, folks? I don't think people really know what love really is anymore. Show me Libra. FBI, an ending is here. Okay, well, the death card goes to FBI. If you're being investigated, I guess you're being investigated something from the end, and it's going to be very intense. There's two people involved in something with it. Okay? If there's gambling connection somewhere, then there is something very hurtful trying to go down. Or there's, abuse of power or something. Somebody's already died, getting away with stuff as well, whatever. Something's hurtful out here. So somebody you love is coming towards you. You better make sure they're upright because a friend is out here. Taking a chance around something. Show me Libra, Most High. They're fake. No, somebody really is. A police person is fake as well. FBI is out here for some cases. That police officer came out in the reverse in... it was either the Aries or the Taurus reading. There was authority that was totally in the reverse. But I've also had upright authority as well. But the police are around something. If you're investigating, I guess you are. Maybe you're helping the cops. I don't know. With positive or negative people doing crap with enforcement. Somebody's a psychopath. Show me Libra. Sparks in the reverse. Okay, well, there's something about fire out here. You're going to walk in some sparks. It's very intense out here if you don't do what's right. Somebody's going to get burned in the fire itself. Somebody's a player out here. We have hopeful in the reverse. God's revealing something to some people so that you don't get entangled with something going on out here. A twin flame energy is out here. You got devil around. Somebody is trying to heal something. But again, somebody fake. They got hurtful stuff on their mind. You might care about this person, but it's showing me somebody ain't caring about you somewhere. Whoever that is for your connection. Libra, please. You'll hold a pick in my hands. A secret society is involved in something. We got to see people here with the death card. And a church. That church has been highlighted today. It showed so. It showed the pastor with the church. It showed the karmic guy with the cross, with the mask. And I pulled it all up and said there was a wolf here. They are a secret society. And they're actually a pimp in that church. And there's sexual matters that are out here. So a church is on one side and secret society is on the other side. You folks, it's time for you to leave. God's watching you. You don't want your kind. Somebody just needs to trust, says God has it under control. Those of you upright, God does have it under control, folks. The wicked are the ones that get cut out of the earth. They're rooted out of the earth. It's the upright people that dwell in the land. When you know your rights and what God gives us, he said, bring my word back to me so that you can be justified. So you bring God's word to him. He says, my word won't return to me void. So when you give God's word back and you're standing in the place of truth by doing that, he's got to automatically come around you and fulfill that word because it ain't going to return to him saying, void, it didn't happen. He said, bring his word back to him so that you can be justified in something. Because somebody's kooky out here today. And he's got it under control. You better know your rights by God because his law is eternal and it don't go away. Get up and fight, folks. You need to run or a runaway teen. I also heard you need to run from this. Okay? Somebody doesn't want to leave. Or you're going to get caught up in something, want to leave. Something intense out here with Libra energy. Father, we just pray for the kids that are entangled in some hurtful nonsense. Give them a way of escape where there seems to be no way. Somebody is in rebellion out here. Something about your ex, the letter N or the X, next or next. We had choking out here. There's death out here. And the N and the P, and you say nope to something because they don't give a rip. They don't give a rip about nothing. This is apathy, I don't care, having to search for your necessities and stuff like that. This is about making peace and stuff. Somebody's not really making peace with you. If you think somebody's your friend, you may love them, but they don't love you. Something like that's around a situation. So dice box came out. You got the dice here. Whatever that means for you, it's here twice. Let every word be established in 2 or 3 witnesses. It means something. Also, pregnancy could have came out of a matter or will if you get entangled with some nonsense out here. And this is about a protection as well. So the P, the N, and your X, or something about signing something on the X, the letter M, the CH, the T, and the SH is out here attached to something going on. All right, give me a second. We'll go to Scorpio energy. But y'all got the police around you. Or hopefully you can go to an upright police officer. I don't really know anymore, folks. I don't really know anymore. All I know is that God's going to take care of some stuff. And that's all we got. That's all we've got to do is just trust in him. Give me a second. Something about basketball is coming through. You could play basketball, or I don't know what that means. I just heard the word basketball. Scorpio. Hold on, my pin's not working. Scorpio, welcome in. Those of you who are upright. What's going on between Scorpio and the cross watcher, Yehovah? What do they need to know? What's around them? What's hidden? What needs to come to the surface for their protection? Give people the courage, Yehovah, to do what's correct. To know that if we do, every time you will be for us and not against us, because you're going to get up in your enemy's face. Scorpio. Somebody don't want information out. If the basketball is just, they're bouncing around information, playing games, something like that. I don't know. It can be interpreted in different ways. Show me Scorpio, please. Something about a doctor is coming through. Somebody did something with the doctor that was illegal. The doctor believed something that somebody said out here. Whatever that is, because it came through, maybe it was a Gemini reading, it came through that somebody slandered, did something on purpose to somebody. It was for their own gain. There's some kind of connection to you with that, whatever that means for you, or it was about you, whoever did what with that energy. Something's being exposed. Something right up in somebody's face. Something's going to be positive. This is a forcing energy. These are contracts being is somebody going to force a decision on something, then somebody can force a decision on something out here. The letter Q may be prevalent to you. Something about Hawaii could be here, because it's coming through that way, because it comes out of my runes. It's the Suelo. It's my Hawaiian rune. So a contract is around something, because the Two of Wands is a contract. If somebody's trying to make some, for some of you all, somebody's pride is in the way of a contract and they're trying to make something look bright. For some of you all, if you got the download from God and you are going to get involved with something to make a right decision, something is going to be bright. I don't know what your character is. Show me why this Two of Wands is. If somebody's at a crossroad, Three of Pentacles. It jumped out in the reverse, jumped on my hand, then jumped out upright. It better be an upright connection for a third party with you. If it's in the reverse and somebody is trying to work against you in a matter, there are third parties attached to something going on out here. The King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Show me more information. There's a fight. There's jealousy. If there's legal matters, for some of y'all there is, and we can go jail. This is bad. This pride, it jumped over here on the sun. Something at work is out here. Some people are laundering money and stuff. There's fraud issues around some stuff. That's why they need that contract is here. Tax season is around the corner for some people's stuff. Show me more information. For some of y'all, there's a pregnancy involved in something. Somebody really hot over that ordeal with the Five of Wands. Show me more information, please. Show me more on that Five of Wands. This is strategizing with the Five of Wands, brainstorming with somebody's not in agreement here with the picture's sake. The Three of Cups. There's deception around something when you get a couple of threes with the third party something. This is social stuff. And I just had a secret social event that was coming out. I think it was a Libra reading. Okay? So I'm going to change everything. There's a certain timing around some things, around these contracts, because it's tax season. It's come through that way. Or whatever the contract is. For some of y'all, it's a death contract. Something's going to end, then something's going to end. Mr. Cash is here. His name is out here in the phonics. I could get it. Okay, the Q and the C, the Q and the SH is out here. All right, well, we just had FBI. I mean, I don't know nobody's heart, but people's fruit's going to show itself all day long. Four of Wands in the reverse. It keeps coming out in the reverse. If this is a house fire, then the World card's also an all-consuming fire. And somebody's house is going to burn down or did burn down. Somebody playing something out here, folks. Or that's spiritual warfare in the house. That's a house contract as well. Somebody fixing to lose their home as well. Somebody fighting over something with this matter out here. Look, that's psychopath. Somebody is psychopath. You kind of get that same concept here of somebody going to jail for some stuff. Scorpio. What's in the hidden space, please, for Scorpio? If somebody approaches you because somebody's at a crossroad around a home matter or some type of a contract, something will be exposed. And those of you in the upright, and you're going to do what's right, something's going to look really good for you in a matter around some fight that's going on. Something's going to end in a really big way. In a really big way. Hold on a minute. To gather something, the word goes to stubble. There's a burning of something out here. Burning to stubble, and that's the chaff, which goes to wicked people with God. Okay? He's going to burn them all in a really big way. The word drinks, to drink something is out here. Maybe you're just a drinker. The word river, something by water. Maybe somebody goes by the name River. I don't know. It also represents to repeat a cycle or to repeat a year or a season being repeated of something out here. Okay? The World card is here. Somebody wants to keep something going on. It's a fight on something. Somebody's playing something. They don't want to go to jail for something out here, whatever that means for you. What's in the hidden space for Scorpio, please? What's in the hidden space for Scorpio? Something about TikTok is here as well. This is about getting enlightenment on something. Okay? In the hidden space, somebody knows something. That sun is some type of exposure to something. Again, something about watery stuff, a river type of energy. I don't know, a well, water, I don't know. Show me more information. Thank you, Lord. Show me more information. Wow. That, I don't know, that card's over here. Telepath. Okay? Telepathy is here. Close soul connection. Somebody knows something. Okay? A union. Something about a link. Could be some type of a link on the internet or whatever. Making connections is out here. The universe will help you recognize signs and miracles. Somebody does know something out here. So your recognition is out here. And something real deep. Or something around a literal well that's being pulled up. I don't know what that means for you. But something deep is going on out here. Show me more information. Show me Scorpio. What kind of words do they need to know? Archangel Michael is coming out in the crossing. Well, it depends on what you do with these choices. He's either for or against you, because just in a moment, something can take place. Okay? Somebody's dealing with a psychopath. And you shake hands with the psychopath, folks, that's just here. Look what's underneath that. Yeah. So it's why God's like, I want to protect you, but it's really up to you because you have free will. Okay? And there's 7 cups here. And people are pulling on somebody to make a choice to get into unity. Okay? You need to think about those 2 cups at the top of the head here. Because those 5 cups that are being held within this 7 of cups, which is a consequence and tells you that you better step back and figure out what you're going to do because you're going to own it. It's got either heaven behind it for you or hell. And you do know how to choose. It's got a consequence. Don't let people pull on you. Somebody looks real worried. Should be worried for some cases out here, folks. Archangel Michael. It's in the balance. You can do what's right, or you can give into some type of stupid thing. A hopeful energy. Though somebody is hoping that you get entangled with their nonsense out here. The devil going to come out on you. There's murder attached to some of y'all's stuff. Show me more information. Show me Scorpio. A love affair is out here. It's come out in the reverse. It's you need to break ties with this. You really ain't in a crossroad. You do know what to do, and you are either going to go to the pit of hell on it, because God's literally telling all of you who are in this thing, God's telling you He's fixing to withdraw His Spirit from something if you don't get away with this. You don't get out of this nonsense. So it came out in the reverse, meaning you need to make a choice. This is the fornicator card. Somebody today was coming back to rekindle an affair. And so now somebody's already been approached, and you're at a crossroad getting back into this thing because you think your feelings are up in here. Your feelings really, somebody's feelings ain't in it. They're there for an ulterior motive. Anyway, secrets are coming out. It's because of secrets. That's why somebody's like, well, because somebody else had that card that said to do justice and judgment was more acceptable to God than whatever's sacrificial to you. Because your soul's on the line here, folks. We've all had to make choices for upright purposes. If you don't, you fall into mischievous stuff. Somebody is in a mischievous thing out here. You do know what to choose here. Falling fast, or somebody did fall fast in something. They're caught up in something, and then having charisma. So that's that little player. That little player card says, you can't resist me, and I know when I come on in, you ain't gonna resist me, and I got it in the bag, baby. And they're just using you. They're psychopaths. Somebody is. Okay, it's something about abundance is out here. Well, in general, we just get the word for cash out here. Money. That's why money moves people. They don't understand that the love of money will take you to hell. Somebody's name could be Michael, also out here for a connection. You're being called out. A judge is involved in some stuff. Well, that'd take you up to the nation and things that are going on with FBI stuff. I know I talk to government on this platform. Jehovah does. FBI. He's out here. Hey, Mr. Cash, please do what's correct, okay? Or Mr. Patel, whatever your last name is. It says, you are loved if you do what's correct. If you do what's correct. I don't care how sacrificial something is, okay? Or maybe you're the judge and you're being caught up with something to do the right thing. You are loved if you do what's right, okay? You just need to trust. A driver's involved in something going on, or they want you to drive somewhere. An earthquake, a shaking, a commotion is coming out. Again, it really depends on what you're going to do with this choice. Show me Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know? Hold on. Thou shalt not covet. Somebody wants what somebody else has. And for some of you all, it's somebody's spouse. For others of you all, it's the money. It's some type of contract around something. And you die early for this, God says. This is something that can cause your life to end early in the earth. You've been warned. It's your choice. It says, as an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold, so is a wise reprover upon an obedient ear. So I don't know, some people are being reproved by the word of God. If you're going to be obedient, then it's going to be like having this great, beautiful gold piece that just shows that you're obedient to the Most High God and you're going to be blessed. Whatever's going on, you're just going to have to trust God. Okay? And then there's going to be a spiritual death that takes place if somebody doesn't do what's right. So therefore, when you're just going to become a karmic, and Archangel Michael ain't on your side. Now he's going to fight against you, and you're going to hell. It says, because the wicked, they don't regard the works of the Most High God, Jehovah, nor the operation of his hands. He shall destroy them and not build them up. Okay, well, God's going to send an earthquake. I said this morning, or whenever it was, maybe it was last night, that God was going to open up the earth and swallow some thieves. Literally. We got prophecy about earthquakes coming as well. And let me remind you, folks, Jehovah prophesied an earthquake on this platform. 5 days later, I heard about it on the news. The Most High was prophesying right in the middle of the California burnings. I didn't even know it was happening. But for 2 days straight, he kept bringing all this fire out, and then he told me to turn the news on, and it was burning. He also prophesied about the hurricanes that had taken place this last summer as well. And I didn't know about that until after it was prophesied, and then I heard about it later. It took place. So I would really listen to the Most High God, or you're screwed, folks. You either wise or you're a dum-dum. There's death out here. A court trial. Well, we got a judge out here. It says grown adults act like children. Well, somebody's pulling on somebody to do some stuff for positive or negative purposes. But if you don't have a piece on something, you just need to sit there and let them pull until you get the correct answer from God. Because he will give you counsel, and there's no counsel outside of him. It says something unfair is going on. Something is unfair. Something's been unfair for a lot of people. Sad. Greed. Again, people, look, if you give in to the greedy party, you've got a hellish thing coming from God, and that is unfair to somebody, because people have rightful ownership to the things that belong to them, and people just want money. That is unfair. It's talking to people that are going to abuse their power, or already has, and it's already been unfair. Now people still at a crossroad, and you do know what to do on some stuff, folks. It's shameful. People know it's shameful at this point. Their pride's in the way. But you are to be celebrated for doing the right thing, and understand that people are going to point fingers at you all day long, even if you do what's right. But your conscience is going to be clear, and you're going to let God rebuild you, and you're going to have a testimony, and all those people want to laugh and mock and say, oh, you're a hypocrite, and you're not, because you make yourself clear. They're going to go to hell, and you're going to be rejoicing at the end of this life, and glad that you chose the team of God with Archangel Michael. Anyway, it's up to you. Live or die. Show me Scorpio. So there is going to be justice assured. This is the torch. Came out in somebody else's reading. This is the K and the C. And it looks like a V. And this can be about a forgiveness. This is something's happened around some stupid misunderstanding on some stuff for some of your cases. And it is a legal matter for sure. And there's going to be justice for it. God's saying so. However, the chips are going to fall. God's going to step in here in all his sovereignty and make sure he gets the last say on some stuff. Also came out with the little secrets. The CH, the Q, and somebody's X, and the letter Z is also out here. And this is somebody that dabbles around with magic and stuff. So they just use their little charm on some stuff. And you're in danger with God, because he won't suffer a witch to live. I just got to tell you. You're in rebellion at that point with the Most High God. I didn't say it. The Most High God said it. If God would have said the other direction, I'm going to line up with what the Father says. People hate you because you want to agree with God. But God's word is eternal, and it never changes, folks. So anyway, this is what come out for Scorpio. Give me just a second to put all this stuff out and look at Sagittarius. I really hope you make the right decision. Somebody's coveting after somebody's stuff. And it don't even belong to them. And they're going to die in the end. You're going to get mixed up in this decision, and you're going to die right along with them. It really ain't going to work out for you in the end. Craziness. That person don't give a rip about you, what they're trying to make you do. You put your family in a hurtful place, people. It's sad. Face the mirror, folks. Sagittarius. Hey, Sagittarius. Those of you who are upright, welcome in. Welcome, Cross Watcher. See what's going on with you all. Let me write this down real quick. Sagittarius. Let's know what's going on with this energy, please. Positive and negative. Cross Watcher or the Sagittarius. We thank you for your protection, your clarity of mind, your perception. Four Cups wants to hit my hand in the reversal. So this could be a rejection of something. This could be contemplating something. This really tells you better watch out what you're contemplating out here. Somebody could be very bored in a relationship, thinking that they're going to step out and do something. It's dangerous energy. This is apathy, and I don't care with the Four Cups. I guess you don't care. Okay. We know your end. Show me. People are just crazy, man. Show me Sagittarius, what's going on with this energy, or for the cross watcher, any given person watching. You have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So we got the pimp that came out today. Those of you dealing with pimpish, nasty energy, somebody's secret's coming out with it. Somebody's another woman somewhere. And it says somebody's bored right now. Going to jump out and do something. You're going to get judged for that. I don't care if you like me or not. You're going to get judged for this, you whore. Somebody's a whore out here. We got... somebody's a mistress. No doubt somebody's a mistress out here. And the secret's coming out with it. The Nine of Cups in the reverse. You could be dealing with somebody who is an overindulger. Okay? Something like that. Those other cards came out. There was too many of them. Show me more information. Those of you in the upright of that energy, then somebody, and you're married, somebody's around your spouse. Okay? This person, it could be the Queen of Wands energy, whoever it is showing up like that. It represents somebody very passionate. We had the word charisma coming out as well. So, but they ain't upright on something out here. Show me more information. The letter, the B, the J, and the T is out here. So the King Cups coming out in the upright, okay? But for any cases that he's not in the upright, because I hit it either way, then there's obviously some type of manipulation out here around something. King of Cups, very kind, caring, sweet, gentle, intuitive, if he's in the upright. Otherwise, if he's going to use his little emotions to move you, then he is, okay? There's secrets out here, really big with the moon. Somebody hunting and chasing after something or someone out here. Show me more information. Something could have happened at a hunting trip as well. Five of Cups. Something is emotional. Somebody wants you to take a cup so they can pour it out in your face. Hey, baby, take it. That's dumb. Well, somebody was trying to come back and rekindle something today for people. Five of Cups is crying over spilt milk. There's a judgment here. There's a judgment here. The letter R. Oh, hey, Robin. Is this you? Or the name Rob is out here. There's some boss figure attached to some. I don't care. I'm going to call people out that's done some crazy stuff on me. If you're upright and the Queen of Wands is in the negative, it shows that you're angry about something. And you have a right to be angry. Some stupid idiots doing some crap. There's somebody returning, okay, around a boss figure to do something out here. This is a judgment. Somebody getting a judgment, okay? Let's see. Show me more information out here. Somebody is angry. The Fool in the reverse. There's somebody coming back because they signed something that they shouldn't have. This tells me so. Something about a tub could be here. A tube. Something about a whatever that means, some type of a tube could be here attached to something. The Three of Cups, something is social. Yep, it sure is. It's going to be social on my platform. I already talked about all the things that took place. I am Sagittarius, so I will interject my own stuff. I'm part of the Soul Group Collective, and I'll be a voice just for people in general, even if you're the cross watcher. So we've got somebody going to take a chance. Who's reading? I think this was in the Libra reading, and then the dice box came out of the rune bag. Somebody's going to take a chance. It jumped on the Four of Cups to do something out here. They're going to take a gamble, or maybe you're dealing with a gambler in some matter. It's in your hidden space. There's no admiration. You dang straight there ain't no admiration for people that are upside down and backwards and starting some nonsense. You dang straight. For some of you all, this is a specific Aries. This is a witch in the reverse. God just said so. That Queen of Wands for some of you is a specific Aries. So it could be a Leo for some of y'all, but I just heard Aries is involved in something. It's a female out here attached to something, okay? Something about a bitter energy is out here because people cause it. They had secrets out here around some stuff. Somebody deal with a karmic. And somebody is a karmic out here in a really bad way. So that's like the moon card. Illusional stuff. Somebody coming back around to eat some vomit. Because the Fool is in the reverse. They return because they're caught up in some folly. That's why they got to come back and do a little illusion. As soon as you take that cup, though, they're going to take a gamble because they're contemplating to do something to get you in their little illusion here. They really ain't in it with you. They're going to pour that cup out. Because somebody's a liar. They're a fake person somewhere, folks. All day long. It's karmic energy attached to some nonsense out here. Show me more information. What else is out here for Sagittarius? The book is opening. Yes, it is. It's in the reverse. Secrets are coming out. That High Priestess is in the reverse. It represents secrets are coming out about something. Okay? And that's the prostitute also. Because the word pimp came out today. Somebody's a prostitute out here. Somebody is angry. I guess you're angry. I don't really care. I don't care. Truth's going to come out with or without your approval. You ain't going to sit here and do crap on people's life and think we're just going to sit here and you're doing things behind the scenes. I'm coming right out in the open. I'm going to blast it out for the whole world here because you mess with me, I'm going to mess with you right back. Just side note, folks. I'm dealing with an idiot. The Star in the reverse. Somebody angry about these secrets that are coming out. They don't want it out because they're trying to get away with the freaking murder. They signed some crap. Illegally. With some type of a headship attached to some nonsense out here. Okay? So the Star in the reverse, or I seen the movie star somewhere. Somebody's a bad freaking actor. This says to learn to reconcile with yourself. It's in the reverse. Somebody won't do their inner work. They won't. That's your business. There's the other gentleman card. If there's illusions out here for some of you all, somebody may be same sex out here for some cases doing something attached to a matter out here that's had secrets. So whatever that is, something's being exposed in the hidden space, or it already has. Somebody knows something out here. Show me Sagittarius. Thank you, Musa. Every little secret thing, like I always say, is going to come out. You and I are not exempt from this stuff. And somebody thinks they have a right to pull their little britches and panties down to get their way. And no, you're going to lose your privy part. You're going to the lower parts of the earth for trying to hunt after somebody else because you think you have a right to get away with something. And you don't. The mother side of the family. Should I say your name, Nick? Anyway, tells me a lot. It says, he that gets wisdom loves his own soul. Do you love your soul? And he that keeps understanding shall find good. Somebody's returning to do something because they signed off on some money out here. It's connected to some type, if this is gambling for winnings and gamblings or whatever those connections are for you. I won't get real personal on it. But boy, God's speaking to me through some of these readings today. To leave evil is to have some understanding. Somebody mad because somebody got secrets coming out. This is knowledge. I know, I create. Somebody knows about a creation that was signed off on. Those secrets are out. They're known in the hidden space. Somebody's got an investigation around that. God sees it. He's an investigator. He tells us. He finds out all his enemies. Show me more information. Leadership. So if this Queen of Wands is in the, it jumped out on this her. If she is in leadership, she is a downright piece of nutcase in the reverse. Leadership. Or leadership is around this person, going to throw the book at this person who's in the negative. This pimpish, nasty hoe that's out here. Okay? It says that the Messiah immerses and baptizes with the Holy Spirit, whose fan is in his hand, and he will thoroughly purge his floor and gather his wheat into the garner, but he will burn up the chaff with unquenchable fire. Again, there's that fire, and it's coming from God. And somebody is getting judged with fire. There's a fire situation, just in general. It's been real heavy this last week and a half, 2 weeks. Okay? And at the bottom of the deck, it says to have no other gods beside me, saith Jehovah. There's only one God, and his name is Jehovah. There's a witch out here for some of your cases. Okay? For some of you all, this is the preacher's wife. Because this is the counterpart to the Hierophant, and it came out in somebody else's reading. And she's upside down in some type of nonsense out here. Okay? All right. Somebody thinks they love this piece of ditch out here. You're going to get caught up in something nasty. They did something bad. Show me more information. To circle around for some type of a renewal is out here. And as soon as they renew it, there's going to be a destruction of something out here. It's going to come from God. I need to warn you. Yeah, the word reconcile. God said somebody is trying to reconcile because my music, The Rain, that they signed off on. I said it already twice today. Put the little person in the room without any kind of electronics so that they can't use AI to write a song for them. And let the ditch write the song and then come out and sing it for you all. They want to be an imposter on somebody else's creation. You know you didn't write my music, and the world's going to know what you are. Somebody overheard something that was said, good. I'm glad. Somebody's stuck in the past. I guess you are. Something about a bike is here. Heavy storms. Well, the rain is coming. God said he has a strong tempest coming for some people. You ain't getting away with your thievery. You ain't getting away with it. I don't care how hard you try. Paranoid. You better be paranoid. Some of us are going to come running after you. Because you're going to get caught right in the act on some nonsense. You don't have a right to do this to people in the earth. Freak. A masculine in the reverse. There's a karmic energy really bad. And anticipation in the reverse. You're off. You're off. A clingy ex is out here. X is involved in obviously saying so. It's a dead old relationship is out here and they're clingy. All right, go away. Whoever you are for collective groups of people, you have no right to your ex. My God. It's crazy. I guess we have another name. Isaiah. Okay, well, there's a lot of prophecy in Isaiah. Your name could be Isaiah. It's being called out. I've got another one that came out. Kathy is involved in something. Okay, so positive or negative people all day long, whoever you are. Are you upright? I really hope so. And thank you for being so if you are. Somebody's last word is here. Okay, well, it's just, there's death matters. This could take you to the death card itself as well. The CIA is around some stuff. Again, people better be careful. People better be real careful what they're doing out here. God ticked off at some things. We ain't afraid of the CIA. Oh my God. Tired of enforcement. They ain't done nothing. The letter R is here and the letter I is here. ICE. We have the police out here. We have the CIA specifically. This is a removal, and you're going to cooperate. Whoever's in the negative doing some stupid naughty crap out here, you are illegal around some stuff going on. You are going to leave. Okay. Also, things that have taken place with vehicles, because this is about the ride. Okay. And I talked about the murderers that are doing things illegally to our vehicles to get people killed on the road, and the evidence that I have for it, folks. And it's nasty. And somebody don't give a rip. Somebody don't give a rip that you're on the road. Somebody's stuck in the past in some crazy nonsense of jealousy. She represents I'm jealous of stuff. And jealousy is cruel. This person needs to be out of society. Somebody's ex still clinging on somebody else, and they crazy out here. They've done damage out here on some stuff. They need to be out of society and in a psycho ward. Anyway, the letter R came out, and the letter I, ice. And this is malice and hatefulness, because it is out here. Bring it. You're just an enemy of God, which makes you my enemy, and everybody else that stands with God. The police come out here. Immigration stuff is out here. Somebody is going to be forced to leave that don't have the right things. Okay, you're leaving the country. Okay, for somebody's case, because leadership is out here attached to some stuff. So the letter R came out here twice. 2 R's in the pictograph language represents a curse. Somebody is cursed because they signed off on some stuff for money and stuff, to covet after somebody's things. And you're going to die early for the karmic activity according to God. If you've already lost your soul, if you have your soul, you better turn right now and repent. May God be with you to do that. I don't want to see anybody go to hell, but the fact of the matter is somebody is going to get burned by God because they are wicked out here, attached to some stuff. And see you later. We won't cry over you. Anyway, you know what to do. Leadership is out here on some stuff. Let's go to Capricorn. Give me just a second. I just got this impression of, how dare you stand up for your things? Because the thief really, they're so delusional. They think they have, I mean, that's psychopathic stuff. I want to use you. And I want to suck from you like a leech. But as soon as you get what they're doing, they're just appalled that you would even stand up and fight against them, because you're supposed to let them just take and take and take. And no, folks, no, absolutely not. Energy came through real strong. Because we're doing psychopaths in the earth. They don't even care about their own family, their own self. They don't care about nothing but their self. Their soul is out of them. I encourage you folks to get up and fight. And not to be afraid. God, teach our hands how to war. All right, let's go on to the next sign here. All right, Capricorn. I hope y'all are doing well, those of you who are upright. What's going on with Capricorn or the crosswatcher? Somebody's really tired in this energy. I send you love and light, those of you who are upright. We have the Hermit in the reverse. There's a lot of things with that in the reverse. There's a disguise around you, or you're a disguise. Could be a doctor involvement with something. It's backwards, though. This is catching somebody up in a net. This is the letter T. Something about somebody's intestines could be here. God brought that excrement out yesterday. They rule over your intestines. Maybe you're having intestinal problems. I don't know. But this is also a disguise, and this is also a forgery on something. If this is a malpractice situation for medical situations, and it would be showing so out here. If somebody's coming out from going within and analyzing something, maybe that has even also been signed, then there's a judgment on something. This could represent a judge as well as somebody's like taxes and stuff like that, and hospitals and all that kind of stuff. So there's communication hanging in the balance. Something about your fingers. Somebody can get their fingers chopped off for doing something that they shouldn't have, where there's been coveting, and I want this and I want that, and I signed off on something that I shouldn't have. That energy is out here. This secret communication, some of y'all may know sign language, or we deal with the Masons. They also use sign language as well. There's something wrong here, Capricorn. There's jealousy around you, or you're jealous. There's communication going on in the hidden space that's hanging in the balance on something going on. If somebody is analyzing somebody's handwriting, then there is something out here to that. There's something filthy and dirty around something going on. Could be doing somebody's got a really long beard or something for some of your cases. Not everybody has one, so but it is showing so. Somebody likes to wear hoodies. Show me the 8 of Wands out here. That jumped out. It jumped on the Hermit, which also has a meaning of signing something. Okay, well, it's illegal. It's somebody angry. There's 2 T connections or a family of T's out here. Something about somebody's breast could be out here with the 2 T's, or a tattoo of something. Maybe you're a tattoo artist as well. This is a returning energy, but this is like angry. There is no, or somebody can be angry because you can give them a new beginning. They're communicating something with you all, or somebody's fixing to return for some communication. Maybe you've already thought about this person. You already know what you're going to say to them as well. This is, I know, I analyze. Somebody knows what they've analyzed out here. There's lying, cheating, thieving, something going on with it. Somebody's heart broken, pierced in their heart. 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. That's not supposed to be in there in the reverse, but it is. On an investment. That's probably a bribe. Because somebody's a disguise around something going on. Show me more information. Show me the knowledge of the communication, please, for Capricorn. Somebody's listening to you. Communicate something. 5 of Cups. Okay, well, somebody really ain't in it. It came out in somebody else's reading as well. So normally there's 2 cups that remain, and somebody is acting like they're turning around as a disguise because somebody's coming back to do something. In their bitterness with the 3 of Swords, or piercing their heart for something. They're going to pour that extra cup out. It's just a little game for some people, folks. Yeah, they need you so that they can turn around and plot. To make a decision, to manifest their ideas, to trade something, and then they can turn around and plot. There's contracts around something, or was, with this, and signatures of something. What's hidden here for Capricorn that they need to know? Something about a medical courier just came through. Whether you're upright or not, there's contracts in the hidden space, or a marriage, or an actual jewelry, or something like that. That's a contract, or hey, let's make a deal, something. Okay? I just seen the travel card there. Amaze. Okay. Well, if you're dealing with dirty, filthy things, folks, and detached people, and you're dealing with somebody that's got a heinous plot out here. Okay, in the pictograph language, that word, one direction goes to a heinous plot, and the other direction of the word in the combination goes to a burning, and all that burning's already come out. But God already said, I'm going to burn somebody. God's going to burn somebody. They're detached. They don't care. There is not going to be a new beginning for something. Somebody needs to burn these bridges attached to something going on. And somebody playing a game, yeah, I'll take that cup, and then they're just going to pour it out, or they're just vindictive. I'm hearing the word vindictive. This could be a rape. A nasty, disgusting rape could be brought out of that word maze. Okay? Oh, God. This is a bad karmic coming out in the reverse. This somebody's constantly, this is somebody, they can't get out of something. Okay? This somebody thinks they're all that in a bag of chips. The letter A is now here as well. It says to protect your relationship well. A cherish energy is out here. What else is in the hidden space for Capricorn? Is there anything else for Capricorn? Illusion. Again, it jumped on this. Yeah, I'll take it, baby. No, they won't. No, they won't. And so if this person had value, they're coming out in the reverse. It's somebody of importance. Both these people are. They're both in the reverse. Something about a moment. Okay, well, anyway, You're going to get caught up, and in a moment, something's going to change out here. There's the clock. So something about a timing in a moment of something. Whatever that means for you. Show me Capricorn. This Capricorn isn't right. Hold on. Nurturing in the reverse. Somebody ain't, because you got two people out here. Two male figures in the reverse. Got some plotting energy around something. About some type of fast communication that's got an illusion around it. Okay? If this same-sex issue going on, then I guess there's same-sex issues. It could be showing me one's a little older than the other around something. But somebody's plotted some heinous thing out here. They ain't really nurturing. Jumped on that 5 of Cups. The long distance is in the reverse. So this is somebody that could be close to you. Somebody gossiping, nosy about something. They're returning to get some knowledge about something that's going on out here. Somebody trying to get the upper hand on something, but they're backwards. Never going to get the upper hand on something if you're not in the upright, folks. Show me Capricorn. What kind of words need to come out? The government intelligence jumped over on the 3 of Wands. So they want to trade something. Going to change everything in a moment. The will is also there. Something about timing is out here around something going on. Okay? They need you to make the decision. They're going to pull the cup out. Then they've got you involved in something. Then they're going to sit back on this contract and plot and manifest their little ideas or think that they are. It's crazy. It's a love situation. This ain't love. And it says that someone knows where somebody put something, whether it's in the ground or not. Somebody knows where somebody put somebody thieved something out here. Okay? And unless I said you need to talk to your kids because it's really important. Okay? Somebody's got somebody around their kids that's filthy and dirty. The Hermit in the reverse is filthy dirty. Show me more information. Whoever who is. A water sign specifically is involved in this, and an earth sign at the bottom of the deck. You do have earth out here. Okay? So, specifically, it says for you to sow to yourself righteousness. And somebody is coming back around to do something out here. And they're just going to use you. They're pouring on some illusional thing out here. They want to talk, and they want you to gossip, and they're nosy about the information out here with that sipping card, right? Okay, because they're trying to get away with something, or they're jealous over a love situation of some sort. And the Most High says for you to sow righteousness, and then you're going to reap some mercy. He says to break up your fallow ground, because it's time to seek Him until He rains down righteousness upon you. So you just keep on going and watering upright things until something positive comes up for you. Your siblings are involved in this matter, whatever this means for you. All right, show me Capricorn. Even out these scales right now. Something about shoes. That's interesting. I was reading yesterday. Man, my hands got all the ashes on me. I was reading yesterday and something about somebody having a lot of shoes. It's a connection to something that is going on, to something. All right, but it says to even out these scales. I don't know. Can you? Somebody's stuck in the past for some of your cases out here. Something's abominable going on. Give me just a second. Show me Capricorn. Deep thought. Oh, that's the Hermit. Somebody needs to go within. Think about what this communication is. Fast communication. Okay? You need to do something in righteousness out here. Somebody's done something, signed something, took something, hid it somewhere, and someone knows where it's at. So you know somebody stole something and you know where it's at and you don't do what's correct. I don't care who the person is. You will be held accountable, and God will pour out wickedness all over you if you don't do what's right, because you'll die in the matter. That's what God says. I'm not saying it. God says it. And He don't lie. You think Jehovah Elohim lies? He says you die early and a curse comes to your house where there's thievery. Now, what are you going to do? Because somebody's still coming back around trying to get away with this thing. Virgo is out here. Okay? That's deep thought. It come out in the reverse. So Whatever. Something about sweatpants. Okay, somebody got sweatpants on today, or I don't know what, maybe somebody took somebody's sweatpants and hid it. I don't know. People take things, stupid things, for stupid reasons. Why people crazy. Jacob's trouble, which goes to tribulation. Something is very tribulous going on for people. We have the workroom. This is hitting rock bottom, but having a rebound if you do what's right. If you do what's right. And this is the V or the W or the letter P. Person, place, or thing, first, middle, or last name involved in whatever this is for you. That could be very prevalent. This is about exposure with the letter P, though, as well. This is about protecting. But if you ain't going to protect something in a wicked way. You are not protected in anything in a wicked way. That's an illusion. You got the word illusional out here. Unless you do what's correct, then you are protected. Then you find mercy. Then you find grace. But if your pride's in the way, you're going to get into some mischievous stuff out here. And you're going to wish that you had done the right thing when God begins to, in a moment, change something on you. Because somebody knows information about some stuff. He's saying, you better even out these scales right now, because somebody's been wronged out here. All right. Let's go to Aquarius. Hold on. I don't want to go down in this. I have to get a bigger holder for those cards. Hey, Aquarius, welcome in. Those of you who are upright, thank you for being that way on the earth. For the cross watcher to this reading, welcome in. Just give me a second. I'm hearing child trafficking with this energy. My God, it's crazy energy. Catch them, Most High God. Catch every person involved in that nonsense. 246. 46. All right, Aquarius, see what's going on with you all. I want to say that you all came out somewhere else specifically. Somebody's reading. What's going on with Aquarian energy, Most High God? What's going on with Aquarius? Knowledge. Those of you who are genius and you're humble, thank you for your genius. We need people like that in the earth realm. Please don't ever get prideful in that. Always remember God gave you that special gift to use for upright purposes. Show me, Aquarius. We have the Hermit. So somebody's thinking maybe there's isolation. Maybe you need to isolate yourself. This is analyzation. Doctors, hospitals, something about your intestines, again, catching somebody up. Something could be in a basket as well. Forgery could be out here around something as well. And so somebody is, this is a tax collector as well. The letter T, somebody needs to think about something out here where they are. 5 of Pentacles, feeling insecure, lack of some sort. 8 of Swords, stuck in something. Somebody really in their head. Something's going to change around a timing of something. But this could be about going somewhere. This is positive and negative. This is the arm of God, the letter Y. Somebody's name could be Ty or Tyler. Could be out here, or the T and the Y, or thank you. Could be, I think that's the little lingo for texting. But something's changing. There's perception and analyzation coming out for you all. And something about a divine timing or going somewhere. If there's exaggeration, then somebody's really thinking about something. Going within, especially if somebody's trying to catch somebody up in something, because there's some type of a forgery. This is also fortune out here, but you got lack or insecurity, or somebody pouring their spirit on something, or a throw out of something. If there's a judge, if there is a judge somewhere, because the word judge came out, then somebody's got judgment for jail also showing. The will also take you back in the pictograph language to work. And the Hermit can take you back to work energy as well. There's work energy there as well. Okay, so either you're the boss or something going on at work with the boss. This is a loyalty situation or something. So are you loyal to upright things, or are you loyal to wicked things? Because this has a great big consequence, especially even this year with God. His arm is on some stuff, okay? And God says that if you favor the wicked over uprightness and righteous people, you get judged real hard for that. Somebody's a disguise trying to do something for their own gain out here, probably to go somewhere, having the rite of passage or something about timing on traveling, going slow, being steady with that Knight of Pentacles. But that's about a loyalty situation. Somebody's husband's also a disguise out here, because the wheel goes back to that. I always bring that out with the 9th house. 2 of Swords in the reverse. This is about making a decision. And somebody's thinking. This can be about making peace in this deck. But it's also a card of I'm going to pretend like something. Because somebody is a disguise. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. About giving something. Show me more information. Something about a little jotting something. Those of you dealing with somebody signed something or forged something, they just jotted something down here on some matter. That was really big in the Capricorn reading, showing itself really big. Show me the wheel for Aquarius. It's a whirlwind in the reverse. There's a wish on something positive out here. That waiting on some type of an investment. These jumped over on the Hermit. Somebody does want to collaborate. Look at all the pentacles coming out with you all. All right, well, this is exchanging something secretly and physically around something going on that's invested in out here. Are you upright? Those of you who are not, wishing for some nasty stuff, don't you understand that God says you fall into a trap for that? Can you understand? All peoples, any sign in the earth realm. You're trying to catch somebody up and God's going to catch you up in something. That's retarded. 8 of Cups. You need to walk away from this, because I think it came out in wording, run from this or something like that was somewhere else. Somebody going back and forth. Because of a timing, getting your balance is really strong out here, attached to something that's going on with your energy. Show me what's in the hidden space with Aquarius, please. I just heard dirty little secret. And somebody does have a dirty little secret today. They got a nasty little secret. A surprise in the reverse and letting go in the reverse. So some people may be not surprised if somebody won't let go of something, because somebody was stuck in the past just a minute ago in somebody else's reading as well. So it's not going to be shocking to you, or somebody's trying to do something here, maybe even travel for wrong reason. Look at all the money everywhere in this reading, and greed. Look at all of it just showing itself here. And somebody signing things, jotting things for money out here. Wow. You better check your accounts. Any person connected with Aquarian energy, better check your accounts. What else is in the hidden space? Somebody, if you think somebody has let go, they have not let go. Because those of you who got clingy exes, that just came out somebody else's reading. This is like holding grudges and stuff as well. Anyway, whatever that's about. Wow. Cupid in the reverse. Okay, well, somebody really ain't in it, and your home is here. Something happened with your home, they ain't letting it go. There's a bunch of money attached to something going on. Or they've got some type of secret physical exchange around some home matter, or somebody's in your home secretly physical exchanging as well at a specific time, doing something. If you're at work, you might want to check during the day what's going on at your home at work. Something filthy dirty is out here in the negative. Somebody thinks something's a little love connection. It ain't. I just heard something's a setup. Kathy coming out again. It says somebody's two-faced, or you're two-faced. says a double life, a cheater, a backstabber is here. Okay? It ain't Cupid. Or something, soulmates, work people. Look at all the money cards that keep coming out. This also take you to money as well. That's incredible. Somebody's a thief, a liar, and a cheater. They're just around because you got money, or they're trying to catch you up because you do have it, or something like that. Wow. They got anticipations. This says embrace the sweet. This is no. They're a disguise somewhere. Wow. Karmics. Well, that explains everything. It says third party. So somebody's a third party to your energy, or you're that third party. There's haters out here, and murder comes out of a hatred heart. Okay, it says lessons learned, or you're going to learn a lesson. Somebody was going to learn a lesson the hard way yesterday. Oh, little thrills are going on. It's around your home. Somebody's around your home. If somebody pays off whores, then there's whores around because the pimp has come out today. Can make it up if you want to, because we don't have to. I just picked up this deck, but when I picked up, I didn't pick up all of it. I picked it up right here. A ditch, a whore, a strange woman. Somebody, and there's chaos around this thing. There's chaos around this thing. That's filthy. And don't you know that a whore leads you to death? You don't know there's death at her house, is what God teaches you. You're being led away like an ox to the slaughter, is what God says. Somebody messing around with a whore, calling up a ditch while you're at work or something like that. Or your spouse is living a double life and they are the whore as well. I don't really know. Whoever's calling one up, it's out here. It's all for money. It says they hunt for your precious life. Your pentacles are out here. Is it really thrilling? That thrills card says bad decisions. Is somebody in it real bad in this energy? Addictions are out here. We also had the word drugs come out somewhere as well. Anyway, if you've got a hospital connection to RXs and stuff, somebody could pop pills that way with that hermit being out here. Wow. It says to buy the truth and sell it not. Also buy wisdom and instruction and understanding. And we don't go to the right or to the left unless it's the truth. I mean, we just stay straight on. We don't move by anything but the truth. Okay? Some church is involved in something. They are a disguise because that preacher is a pimp. We already know it. It's been proven on this platform for the last couple of years. That's nasty. You talk about a disguise. And then people are right up underneath them. Oh yeah, preacher, hallelujah! And they're right there saying it to a pimp who's prostituting people out. If they wants to jump over here on this mother side of the family, or on the hermit, the mother side of the family is somebody's a disguise. They're two-faced. Go check your mother side of the family. It's something to do with forgery and money attached to some stuff. They're using it for, I don't know, anything. Whores, gambling, whatever. I've seen the gambling stuff come out, and they're going to get burned real hard. Or, again, God keeps bringing this out. Basically, God's just saying that he's going to burn wicked people. Okay? If your house gets burned down, I guess it does because you wicked. Because you hateful out here. Doing things in a really bad freaking way. Somebody white, or you're going to become white like the scripture says and come out of some nonsense and get a rude awakening, but find the truth and come right out of the fire. I don't know. A white house, a white vehicle could be out here, a white person, whatever that is, whoever I'm talking to. That color is, or maybe your mother is white. I don't know if there's interracial things going on with something, then that's out here. Let me take a rune and out of this little bit as well. Show me Aquarius. Show me Aquarius. We have somebody's work is attached to something. I mean, if you've hit rock bottom, boy, there's a lot of money out here says so. If you're going to do what's right, the wheel will turn for you and you'll learn a lesson. It says lessons learned, hopefully, and God will rebuild you. Unless God builds the house, folks, God says it's just in vain. Unless he watches the city, it's just in vain. It'll burn down to the ground to ashes, because God says he takes it down to ashes. He says he will take a nation and pounce it to the ground if it will not line up with uprightness. So this is hitting rock bottom and having a rebound. It's all up to you. It's consequences if you don't do what's correct out here around something with your home. But something going on at a person's work. The V, the W, and the letter P came out. This is about protection of something. Hopefully you're going to, and the will's protection. Those of you who are upright, you will be protected. You got haters around you, really bad. Somebody's in the wrong here on something. Something to do with a comedy show connection for others of you. Show me Aquarius. A Virgo, it's right here. It says being in deep thought. Well, somebody is thinking about some stuff because somebody's two-faced. Or you need to get in your prayer closet, folks, and really think about something out here that's going on. Because there's a great loss of something if you don't do what's correct in a situation. Somebody won't let go of something, I guess not, because somebody's a hater. So that tells me they're doing something around you on purpose. They know what they're doing around you. It says a runaway teen is out here and somebody wants to leave. I think that card also found my hand somewhere else as well. Hold on, let me give these a shuffle again real quick. Seeing the BBC connections of some sort. I know that I'm talking to the London, Britain area on this platform. Those of you who are upright, hey guys. Those of you who are not, boy, you're in a bad place. Let's go to Pisces real quick. Hey Pisces, those of you upright, welcome. Those of you who are cross watchers to this reading, welcome. Give me just a second to pull all these cards up. Pisces. Brianna. Somebody's name is Brianna here and involved in something. Whether you're upright or not, I don't know. Hey, Pisces, let's see what's going on. Show me Pisces. Pisces. Boy, I've heard this for years on this on my other platform. I've probably heard it on this platform again. I'm hearing Freddy Krueger. Somebody could have just really long nails. But that's nightmares. Maybe you have an elm tree. The tree came out in somebody else's reading. Just trying to make all kinds of connections here. But I'm hearing that 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Well, that must have hit home. That must have hit home. There's the tower. Hey, I'm still going to speak right through the energy. Somebody's name is Fred or Freddie attached to something. Then so be it. Somebody knows about a disguise out here. Okay, well, God's telling it. I'm not. You're not mad at me. You're mad at God. You all just give yourself away on this platform. I think it is absolutely hilarious. I really do, because God is moving and pushing on you. Ain't moved by you. There is no time or space where Jehovah Elohim is. And his word's going to get out where it needs to go, with or without your approval. Crazy. Somebody's making a decision. All right. And they're going to plot something out here. 8 of Swords is with it. Somebody's got gel that they ain't getting out of. That's a treachery in the reverse of the 8 of Swords. There is. And whoever's connection that I just did, it may have been the Capricorn reading. They were going to try to, somebody was coming back around to make a decision so that they can turn around and plot something. There's a trading of something out here going on. Okay. Some type of a new beginning is out here. Well, Anyway, if you made the wrong choice, you're going to hell. Because God just said, Archangel Michael was hanging there in the balance in somebody's reading. They were being warned that either God's going to protect you or you're fixing to go to hell. So God was willing to protect somebody, and somebody made a wrong choice. I guess they did. This is a backstabbing betrayal out here with Pisces energies for whoever's who. You are the cross watcher for any given person. This has been contemplated with the Four of Cups. All right. Knight of Cups in the reverse. I don't know why that. Yeah, it is in the reverse in this deck. Is any other? They're supposed to be upright. Well, I don't think that's by chance. That came out. That flew out in the reverse in somebody else's. This is a police officer. And the word police and FBI and the CIA has also come out. And this is somebody who ain't right, or somebody who just, they're going to love bomb you. And somebody took the bait. I guess somebody's taking the bait. And you just go into hell on this matter out here. There's murder around this thing. There's murder around this thing. This backstabbing betrayal, 10 swords. You're going to get hurt now on something's going on with this matter. Let's look at this Three of Wands. Show me this Three of Wands. You didn't win nothing. Jehovah Elohim, maker of heaven and earth, he wins all the time. He sets king forever. You don't. It's come through just like that, so I'm just delivering it that way. I don't know who that's for, but you know who you are. Big shot. God says somebody think do a big shot. You ain't no big shot. You're a disgrace. I'm talking to the negative energies, whether you're the cross watcher or the Pisces. Show me that Three of Wands. This is treachery out here. This is somebody who's in rebellion. This is a headship that is out here. The letter R is around this energy. This is a backstabbing betrayal. And a little piece of money was out here on this trading, okay? It's to go somewhere. You could be dealing with somebody who's bald. The razor is here, and the top of the head and the pictograph is up here as well. But the R and the Z making a razor. For some of your cases, that's going to be prevalent to somebody for a clue to a backstabbing something. It's out here twice, 10 swords. Whatever. If you thought whoever's reading was that somebody was pulling on somebody to make that decision, they were worried about doing, and that's where that Archangel Michael was. And if you really thought somebody was pouring on the sweets to you, you just got love bombed. And it's also foretelling you getting love. There's a liar out here. Three of Pentacles, the third parties around you. They've contemplated this thing. Anyway, somebody's going to get cut. There's a judgment out here. All right, they know that something's going to affect a scope of an area, but you can't stop God from getting his word out. You don't have the right of passage to do some wicked thing out here. Some bosses out here attached to something going on. Police officers backwards with that Knight of Cups. Anyway, the boss knows something came out. I think it was the Virgo or the Leo reading. A challenge is here around a specific time, and there's some type of confusion, or somebody just got confused in some matter and they made a wrong choice. It's backstabbing. That's backstabbing out here. Somebody in the hidden space. Well, there's the FBI right there, or the CIA, and the police officers in reverse. And some of y'all got partners that are involved in some stuff out here, and there's a little piece of money that's been given around something. It's very backstabbing. They're challenged. Somebody's challenged because they got cuckoo on their brain. Always confused about something. They can't make out what's right in reality, and because somebody's dealing with a kook somewhere. There's treachery around something. Anyway, because you don't have the Holy Spirit. Somebody don't have the Holy Spirit or self-control with that chariot to say no to somebody. You just got used. Whoever this is about, or they're fixing to use you. Care how cute you think somebody is, they ain't for you. They're against you. They just need whatever your headship connection is. Somebody's name is Rose, or maybe they used roses. That's the flattery energy. It came out, the roses were there. And I think it was the same reading that Archangel Michael was hanging in the balance to either protect you or fight against you now. or whoever those connections were with that reading for a cross watcher or whatever that is. Show me what else you want to bring out. The apology. You're confused over an apology. That's a telltale sign something wrong, because that little sweet talker is in the reverse. The love bomber is in the reverse. They're out for their own gain. A cat takes you back in symbolism as a manipulator. Somebody is. The doorway, they could be standing in the doorway, but the door goes back to the Emperor card, and the Judgment card in the pictograph is the headship of something. So some big bosses out here run some stuff. Are you really that dumb that you can't think straight? This is scary, because when we're dealing with leadership, you're dealing with people underneath leadership that's going to be affected by their choices. Head of household, bosses, head over the nation. And what they do affects groups of people. And they make wrong choices. God holds them accountable, because he's the one that plants people in places and has to uproot them for what they do as well. And God says that if we don't warn against wicked stuff, and you know to warn, obviously people know if hey baby is right or wrong. You have blood on your hands now for something. This backstabbing betrayal out here twice on this energy. Dressing up, or somebody came in all dressed up on something, whatever the crap that is, and a drowning is here, or somebody did drown, or somebody drowning in their emotions, or whatever that crap that is. Something about the window. Okay, well, your soul is the window of your eye is the window to your soul. Do you have your soul, folks? Some people do, some people don't. Those of you who are in the upright, this is such a critical hour that we live in. Somebody's got horses out here with a connection. I'm seeing horses. Horse races are coming through here for a connection. It says to do judgment and justice is more acceptable than something that's sacrificial to you. Well, somebody's done something that's backstabbing out here twice. Thou shalt not steal. All that money was just in the Aquarian reading, man. Whatever those of you that got that connection going on, my God. Somebody's a thief out here. You are going to die early in the earth. You will not escape the judgment of God, because God is, he says justice and judgment goes before his throne. And he expects people on this earth to do what he says as the King of Kings. And he's telling somebody in leadership out here, for you to do that justice and judgment, I don't care how sacrificial it is with all your little connections out here, it's better for you to do it than something sacrificial. And somebody's a thief out here and you know about it. And just because they say, I'm so sorry, I'm pouring on this sweet nonsense, you're screwed now, folks. You better say goodbye to your children. You die early for that. A curse is coming into your house. That's according to God's word. A leadership. It came out in the reverse. I don't read these in the reverse, but what's out here is just going to confirm something. It says that a man that does violence to the blood of any person. There's a murderer out here, because thou shalt not murder also came out somewhere. You're a freak and a murderer. Whoever I'm talking to. Because the fugitive also came out somewhere. This is about going somewhere with this chariot, and somebody in a high place has allowed somebody to travel. They're involved in this thing. They're in leadership. Something's happened out here around death matter. And here they come again, and somebody's going to give somebody the rite of passage on their thievery and stuff. Wow. A man that does violence to the blood of any person shall flee to the pit. Let no man stay by him. Whoso walks uprightly shall be saved. You ain't getting saved by just some type of backwards apology and just because you got a connection to somebody's boss or something. It says that when you walk uprightly, you shall be saved. But he that is perverse in his ways shall fall at once. You're gonna fall. Whoever this is, they're going to fall at once. They're going to fall at once. You are not getting away with this. You are not no big shot. You're a filth bag. The rumor. Okay, so that's incredible. Those of you who did not catch the other readings, I said somebody spread some type of a rumor type of energy out here. Slander was there. The next reading that I did, it came out of this deck in a totally different way, stated somebody on purpose started a little rumor on purpose and they were guilty. Well, they're trying to get away with what they did. They had a little pillow talk with some boss figure out here to get it done. And they did something on somebody who's innocent. And they think they have a right to get away with that thing because, well, hey, they got some boss figure involved in something with it. Now I guess they think that they got to get up in some mischievous stuff with it. But y'all are all going to die in this matter. Anyway, they did start a rumor out here around something. And bad check. So whoever's dealing with the Aquarian energy, all that signing and jotting things were coming out in the Capricorn and the Aquarian energy. Those of you who just tuned in, I'm sorry about my hands. I was messing around with these ashes over here with my sage and stuff and incense. Show me Pisces. There's lies in the word confusion right here. Confusion comes out twice. And this apology is a lie. It's in the reverse. Somebody's boss is out here. You either know about it and you need to put judgment on it. I don't care how sacrificial it is to you. Or you are caught up with it and you know about it and you took the apology and now you're some type of, I'm confused about because I feel a certain way with you. But there's something backstabbing with this matter and it's death. It's murder. Disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you. You don't have a right to sit up in some place and act like this on somebody's life. I spit on you. You foul piece of maggot. You're filthy. And you're going to stay filthy still. This is embarrassment on somebody. God's going to embarrass you. God's going to embarrass you. The letter L is out here. And this is a confusion root. It's out here 3 times. You're kick. You mean you don't know how to make a right decision? Something by water is here and it was a drowning attached to something. Because that's a water rune. It was murder. Because God just brought it out. We have justice is going to be assured. And Kansas City is involved in this. This is the K and the C. It looks like a V. Any one of those letters and the L. The K and the L kill. That somebody's a murderer. And they killed on something that has been thieved. Because stealing is out here. They're cursed. Or you're cursed. God says there's going to be justice for this matter. Don't care who you are in the law. You're out of order. Show me Pisces. You'll have a step down. An animal. Yeah, well, you are a freaking an animal, low vibrational nutcase. You're confused because there's same-sex nasty going on. You're confused because somebody did bestiality because God said so the other day. You're filth of the planet. So, it tells me somebody knows about this crap. It is time to speak, or they're coming back around and they're lying to you. It's all about the money. It ain't even theirs. It's stolen. To burn, brand, charred, burning of the skin. Again, fire. God's going to burn you. Oh, you ain't felt no burning until God gets a hold of you. There is something around arsony that it's just come out really strong. Also, people branding other people's work for the money. Don't belong to you. Those who trap shall be trapped. You're going to be trapped. You ain't going to escape it. And God's going to give you a whirlwind like you ain't ever seen before. All right? This is what come out. My God. This is a righteous anger, folks. This is a righteous anger. Let God arise and let his enemies be scattered. Let the hills melt like wax at the presence of Jehovah Elohim, maker of heaven and earth. He gets the last say, and he's the judge over all judges. Jehovah, call out upon you. Step down upon your enemies and smash them down to the ground underneath the earth. Those of you who are upright, you just stay upright. God's got you protected. Shalom.